Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley.
And I'm your co-host, Ease.
Tonight, we have a special episode. We got 6 lovely ladies on the show tonight. We talking dating and relationships. Let's go. And y'all see the suit, too, man. Listen, new studio, new podcast, by the spirit, not by the letter. Bro, we can go verse for verse all day long. Doing new things. Men are okay with understanding the reality that we are in competition with one another. But you ladies think that you're special. You are in competition. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. I'm about my business. So remember I said, when I ask you these questions, I will dismantle your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my dog.
I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Belly.
Yeah.
You look 39. It's okay though. That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man. He wants to date a woman. All right, welcome back, ladies and gents. So let's get to the usual scheduled programming. We got a few links in the YouTube description. First link is going to be for the membership. We got 3 tiers. First tier is gang, second tier is hitman, third tier is mob ties. You join any of those tiers, you're locked in with us. You're welcome to the cookout. Ease, what you bringing to the cookout?
Women.
All right, Ease bringing the chicks to the cookout. Shout out to Ease. The second link in the YouTube description is going to be for I do believe it's for one-on-one coaching. Click that link if your chick is withholding sex for compliance. If you're a woman and you just got cheated on and you feel like, I don't know what to do. It's going to be easy. I'm still going to charge you, but I'm just going to say, hey, work it out with your man. The next link is... I'm just joking. The next... also, I do the couples coaching, dating and relationship coaching, and then I coach men on masculinity as well. So click that link. I got you. The next link is going to be for... the Clips channel. We've been posting clips on there daily. We got some new Clips guys working for us. And subscribe to the Clips channel because if you can't watch the full format, long 2-hour, 3-hour podcast or sometimes 5-hour debates, subscribe to the Clips channel. We break down all our clips and we put them there. And then for the next link, we have all of our social media platforms. We just reached a new milestone on Facebook. We're at 1,100,000. So that's a new milestone for us on Facebook. And then we got all the other links to like the Instagram, the TikTok, and etc. So if you're not following us on those, follow us on all social media platforms. Let me just check the audio real quick and make sure we're Gucci. We're at 1 million. Okay. Audio looks good. All right. Ease, anything? Any updates, man?
Oh, man. No. Let's get the ball going.
Let's get the ball going. All right. Well, let's get the ladies introducing themselves. Who's going to be our first victim, Ease? I'll let you choose.
To the left.
Okay, which one?
Bree. Yeah.
You already
introduced
me.
Yep.
Name, age, and where you from?
My name is Bree. I'm 28. I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I'm a nail tech, and I also manage the best nail salon in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay. All right. The best. How do you know it's the best? We need one of these ladies to judge. Go out to Harrisburg and see if it's really the best.
The reviews, honestly.
The Google reviews.
The Google reviews.
You can fake those.
We don't have to fake anything.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just messing. I'm teasing.
The baddies come to us, you know.
Okay. All the
No, I mean the actual baddies, like the baddies, like the TV.
Oh, the baddies. I had a few of them on this podcast before. Okay.
And I did it
shout outs to you.
Okay.
And relationship status.
Single.
Can you speak into the mic for me?
Single.
And how long have you been single for?
I've been single since 2021.
Okay, 2021 Ease. 4 years.
That's 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
I just wanted to see if they were good at math. For you.
Okay. And who broke up with who?
We really broke up with each other. We both had a lot to work on, so we just decided that it wasn't. But it was good. We're still cool.
Nothing is ever mutual.
No, it was. Like, we're still
So
cool.
y'all just woke up in the morning and looked at one another like, it's over. At the same time?
We ain't
No.
do that.
No, we had a talk about it, and we decided that.
Should I ask her the questions to see if?
Yeah, ask her, because I was going to ask her.
Yeah.
I love questions.
So here's how we see who broke up with who, because women just be lying. They like to say
All the
things as
time.
mutual.
Yeah, only women lie.
That's right. That's right.
Men lie
Right.
too,
No.
but y'all want men to lie. But that's another situation. We'll get into that later. So, was there a time during this mutual breakup where he wanted to have sex with you after you guys decided to break up, and you?
Yes.
Okay. And did you give him sex or no?
No.
You broke up with him.
Okay.
Do you understand the logic behind it?
Kinda.
Kinda.
Yeah.
No, she don't understand.
Well, I'll explain the logic.
I don't want to argue it, so I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
I'll explain the logic behind that question. Pretty much, it's like if you guys broke up and he's still, coming at you in a sexual way or any type of way of wanting to get your attention or anything, intimacy, stuff like that. And, you say no, well, obviously you broke up with him. Like you're the final one. You were the last one to say no.
Okay, so I guess I broke up with him, but
Yeah.
for his sake, because we're still cool, I would say that we broke up mutually.
Put the camera on me. Listen, bro. Listen, bro. Don't listen to Bree. She's a liar. She broke up with you, bro. Just move on. Guess what? And this was years ago. I know you did move on, but clap some cheeks tonight, all because she said what she said on a podcast, and she belittled you, bro. Now I'm playing with you. Let's go with fun fact. And speaking to the mic for me too.
A fun fact, I learned my alphabet backwards before forwards.
You learned the alphabet backwards before forward.
Yes.
You got dyslexia?
No.
So I'm trying to think of why you learned it backwards.
Yeah, why?
Why? Oh, well, so I knew that, okay, so I was told that my mom knew her alphabet backwards, and then not to be deep, but my mom's not in my life. So like for some reason in my brain, I was like, oh, well, that's like the one thing I know about my mom. So like I should like try to do it too. So I had like one of those alphabet, I'm a little...
This when you were like super young, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I learned the alphabet.
Yeah.
wasn't,
I thought like you just
super
learned it.
old.
I'm like, damn, this girl's slow.
No.
No, I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
No, I had one of those like little like alphabet, like those number line alphabet lines, like from like the 2000s that were like on your desk, like at school, like you know what I'm talking about. I had one of those, so the alphabet was spelled out, so like I could just look at it backwards. So I learned it backwards before forwards.
You know it backwards now?
Yes.
Should we test her?
Test her.
Test her. Let's see.
You want me to like sing it in a song or say
No,
Just say
don't use like the memory strategy.
CYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIHDFEDCBA. Yo.
Dan
crazy.
verified that. She did it okay.
She did it.
Good job.
Thank you.
Pretty amazing.
And
Sobriety test who?
what should be a random question for the end? What you want to do?
Abortions. How many abortions they have?
Okay. Have you ever had an abortion?
Unfortunately, no. I've never had the opportunity.
Unfortunately,
Why would you want to kill babies?
Well, I wouldn't. I would just like to make my own choice.
red flag.
So she just want the option. She said, "I'm for." All right.
I'm gonna give you a random fact on that. You know, 4,000 babies are killed every day.
Are they babies or fetuses?
Okay, so if you put some dough, like you expect
It's not bread.
you
It's dough.
Well, guess what? You want bread, like you're making bread, and it's dough. You put that, and you expect it to be bread. But then let's say I break into your house and throw the dough out the door. You're gonna be like, "Dang, you just ruined my bread." You're not gonna be like, "Yo, you ruined my dough," because you wanted it to be bread. You get what I'm saying? So it's
I
a
really want-
a potential. Baby.
I really want the jar of change that's in my apartment right now to become a whole lot of cash. So if that's the way that things are going,
That I don't think that correlated. Did that correlate? That
I
ain't
want
correlate.
things that turn into things to be things.
No, that's
well,
it's already a thing. Once
Not a thing.
That
once
was
it
a
has
bad
a
correlation.
heartbeat and brain waves, it's a baby. Once
When a caterpillar's in a cocoon, it's not a butterfly.
If she's still alive. It's dumb. It's still alive.
I don't know. You asked if I had an abortion, and I said no. I've never killed a fetus or a baby.
When do you
I'm
think?
glad you did.
When do you think human life starts?
When you breathe your first breath of air like a human.
No, like okay. So you don't think it starts with the embryo?
No.
When the sperm meets the egg.
Humans can only breathe air.
Okay, got you. Fair enough. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
Christina, 29, and upstate New York.
Got it. Can you just speak more into the mic for me?
Yes.
Do your chair go up? I think your chair do go up. You don't got to repeat that. We heard it, but you mad small. Yeah, there you go.
All right, this is better?
Yeah. And Christina, what do you do for a living?
I work full-time customer service at home. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And relationship status?
Single.
How long you been single for?
Since February.
February, okay. So that's just a few months you've been single. Who broke up with who?
Go ahead, lie.
Based off of what he said, I broke up with him.
Okay, all right.
But before I said that, you was about to say it was mutual.
No, I would have said he broke up with me. But because of what you said, I broke up with him.
Let's backtrack. Maybe so. Why do you think he broke up with you? What he do? He's like,
He
I don't want to
decided that he didn't want to be in a relationship.
He told you.
Oh, no,
that.
he broke up with you.
No, because he continued to still want to be around me.
No, that's different, though.
No.
So, look, let me explain to you. So, he broke up with you because men grant relationships. Women grant access to sex, right? So, he didn't want to be in a relationship with you no more, so he broke up with you. But as far as he just wanted to smash, her situation is different. We don't know. Mm-hmm. Did he not want to be in a relationship with you?
No, we did. We were in a
Speaking of
relationship.
Mike.
No, we were in a relationship. There just were some insecurities on one of the ends.
Which end?
Well, I wasn't going through any phones, but someone was going through my phone.
Yeah. So that means that, you were the boxers in a relationship. He was seeking your validation. You was the one that was on a pedestal. If he's like trying to, go through your phone and see what you're doing and stuff like that. So you broke with him. That's much different than yours. He didn't care about your phone. He just didn't want you.
I guess.
He was like,
so.
what?
I guess
I just want the box.
So that was a little bit different. Okay, fair enough.
I could take that.
Let's, what should we do? What's the next question?
You said fun fact. You didn't do fun fact.
We didn't
yet.
do fun fact?
No, you didn't
Okay,
do
fun fact with you.
Fun fact.
Wait, did we ask her what she do for a living?
Yeah, she customer
from
service
home.
from home.
Oh, okay.
Customer service from home.
Fun fact.
Fun fact, I make Carabana costumes. So if you need anything for Carafest, Carabana in Canada, anything Jamaican Carnival, hit me up.
What's your nationality?
Black.
Black. Just from, like, where your parents from?
America.
Oh, they're full-blown American muscle. Okay, all right, got you.
And you want to ask the next question?
Oh yeah,
No abortions.
no abortions.
No abortions.
Okay. Next, name, age, and where you from?
Hi, I'm Cass. I'm 20. I'm from, do I have to say the exact location? Like Philadelphia area.
Okay, that's fine. What do you do for a living, Cass?
Right now I'm working full-time in retail, but I'm going to school in like 2 months.
School for what?
Can you
I'm
put
going-
your chair up? Can you raise your chair up more?
Oh, she,
There you go.
I'm going for psychology.
psychology. Okay,
Useless degree.
it is.
What you want to be when you get older? A therapist?
A criminal psychologist.
Okay, criminal psychologist. All right, fair enough. Okay, cool. And
Relationship
status.
I'm single right now, yeah.
How long you been single for?
Since December.
Okay. And who broke up with who?
Actually, he got deported, so no one really broke it off.
Ice got his ass.
Yeah.
Dang.
What was his nationality? What was his race?
He was Dominican.
Dominican.
Yeah.
Dang.
Dominicano.
They done got Hector. They done caught Hector. Dang. They done got him. All right, fair enough. Homie done hopped over the border and got some white cheeks. He was like, oh, I'm trying to stay forever.
He ain't trying to marry you. Why you ain't marry him so he can stay?
His cousin actually called me on the phone and said that if I loved him, I'd marry him so he could get his green card.
So
And I said no.
So you didn't love him.
No.
Oh, all right, that's hey, honestly,
Yeah, heck, he wasn't laying it down right then. Fair enough.
he
Fair enough.
messed up somewhere down the line.
Let's do
Fun fact.
Fun fact, yeah.
I don't really have that much like interesting stuff about me, but I've owned 40 hamsters in my lifetime.
40
So far.
hamsters.
Yeah,
Hamsters.
40.
They all died?
Yeah.
Don't own anymore.
They all live full, happy lives. They were all good.
Yeah, how do they
Shorty
die?
said 40 hamsters.
Naturally.
No, naturally?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where did that obsession from hamsters come from?
I actually had 2 that had like litters of children. That's why I had so many. They told me it was a boy at the pet store, and I took it home, and the next day it had 12 babies.
Oh,
So it was not a boy.
No, snap. All right, well. All right, so have you ever had any abortions?
No.
Have you ever been pregnant?
No.
You hesitated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not going to comment.
Okay, all right. All right, well, we are going to move right along. You back there in the corner with the braids.
And East, speak up and speak a little clearer so, they can hear you and the audience can hear you.
Oh, my bad, chat. Next, name, age, where you from?
I'm Destiny. I'm 26, and I'm from Reading, PA.
Okay. Relationship status?
Single
What do you do? How long you been single?
for like a year and 6 months.
Oh, you been counting. Why you counting for? You miss something?
No,
You miss some. You miss some.
no, I don't.
All right. What do you do for a living?
I'm a dancer.
What, pop lock? You Harlem Shake? What you
You break dance?
go-go dance? Hula hoop?
You slide down the pole?
Kind of, yeah. You can
Okay.
say that.
How long you been doing that for?
For about like 5 months, 6 months.
How's that going? You making bread? Let me get $1.
I'm making bread.
What's a fun fact about yourself?
I don't
Like, what is something unique or different or interesting about you? It could be anything.
know.
Like, what is something, I don't know, just something out of the ordinary or something cool, creative? Can you draw? You can't draw.
No.
Can you do a split?
Hell no. I'm trying.
You can't do the split.
I don't have to do all that.
All right.
I'm a chill dancer.
Okay. All right. Have you had any abortions?
Never.
Never. Okay. 2 people, no abortions. Y'all don't be killing babies. I like that.
Have a son.
4?
You have a son?
Yeah, we all.
It's all 4.
all
1, 2, 3, 4.
We all said no.
Oh crap! My fault.
That's crazy.
Yo, I'll be saying, there's a lot of y'all. I gotta, Good. So I was gonna give you some pushback. So wait, all right. So you said you have a son, right? You ladies right here on the side. Do you guys have any kids?
No.
No kids?
No.
All right. All right. We're gonna move right along. Sophie.
Hi, my name is Sophia, and I am from Delaware.
Delaware. I never been to
Delaware, the
yet.
first state.
Y'all got beaches out there?
Yes, we do.
I never knew that.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Is it?
You should visit.
I'm definitely going to visit. Relationship status, Sophie.
I am single.
Single. Ready to
Yes.
mingle?
I don't know. I'm kind of cooling by myself right now. I have a lot going on.
Oh, you living the life. You out in these streets.
No, I'm not on the streets. I just started my own business.
Well, okay.
I'm focused.
So I'm getting ahead. All right. So how long you been single for? You said like how long?
A long time. I don't even know precisely.
Couple years?
But yeah, a while.
Okay. And fun fact.
I guess my fun fact would be I am now a business owner full time.
What is that business? What is that business that you're doing?
I am an upholsterer and a seamstress, so I do clothing, auto upholstery, furniture, all of it.
Hit her up, chat. She be making shit.
Yes, I do. Customs.
Have you ever had an abortion?
No.
Got any kids?
I have 3 kids.
Damn, you're in good shape.
Yes, I
You
am.
might want to give some of these ladies some tips on how to lose weight after having kids.
Relax. You just gotta want it. You gotta want it and you gotta work for it.
There it
Don't
is.
give compliments, bro. They got simps in their DMs. They get a lot anyway, so you might as well not give
You
them.
know, you look horrible. You look like
Please,
crap. Oh my goodness,
please,
Chase, I see it.
please.
Nah, I'm messing with you. You did fun fact?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun facts on
And you did abortions too?
Yeah, I did that.
Okay, she cleared. Okay,
We're going to next.
yeah, on to the next. Name, age, and where you from? Speak to the mic for me.
I am Sarah. I'm 21. I'm from Philly. I work as a sales representative from home.
Okay, cool. And relationship status?
I'm talking to someone, but at the moment, I'm still single.
He black?
Yes.
I figured that.
Why? Why did you figure that?
I mean, I could just tell.
Okay.
With some human beings, you could just tell.
Okay.
Okay, and you're talking to somebody, so he's smashing. You want a relationship from him? Or no?
Yes, I do.
You do?
He wants marriage soon.
Oh, he wants marriage. You
And
think
kids.
You think he's gonna propose?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I think.
You think so? How long y'all been talking for?
Like a year.
Oh, damn. Okay, so he been
Like a year and a half.
like. Do you really know that he wants to marry you?
Yes, he told me multiple times.
Multiple times.
And I've caught him like on his phone looking at wedding rings. And then when I would come over thinking he's texting someone, he wasn't.
What's his name?
Looking at rings. I'm going to give a fake name. His name is Tyrone.
Never mind.
His fake name. The fake name is Tyrone. That's the
never
closest
mind.
to his name.
Tyrone.
We was about to dox homie. See how many other girls he doing that to.
I can't dox him, no.
Nah, I'm messing with you. Okay, all right. That's a beautiful thing. You've been in a relationship for a year. It sounds serious. He's looking to get married. You're open to marrying him. Okay, cool.
I think. I'm too young.
How old are you?
21.
How old is he?
23.
Okay, you think, you're not really sure.
I think I'm not ready because I'm still in school. I'm
Okay,
in school
looking
for law and business.
camera on me.
So.
Whoever you are. Run. Think about this, right? So you've been smashing them cheeks for a year now. You've been putting in that work. Has he been paying for stuff for you too?
Sometimes.
Providing for you sometimes. Jess, he's fairly young. It's a young relationship.
Yeah.
But you've been putting in that work already, right? You're already giving her a relationship. And now she's pretty much saying, I don't know, to the most precious, most wonderful gift that most women would die for. She's in the I don't know phase. You need to find a woman that do know. So like if you're ready to get on one knee and that chick like, well, I don't know, move on. Think about this. Say if you're talking to a girl, right? And you about to get intimate and she's like, oh, I don't know. She keeps saying, I don't know for a year. You got to move on. You're going to be a simp talking to a chick, not getting no box from her and just staying in that relationship. That means that she got you in friend zone. This dynamic is the opposite. It's reversed. So, Tyrone?
Apparently that's
Count your days, homie.
You said you want kids, right?
She's like, oh my gosh.
I want.
Wait, what?
I'm sweating.
When
I want kids, but
when would you like to have kids?
like in a year or two. And the only reason why I'm saying I don't know is because I want to be able to pay like half, like if we're doing anything.
So-
like paying for a house or anything like that. And if I want to have a kid with him. That's why I'm saying I don't know about the marriage.
Okay, so
Like I want to put in the work.
so how many kids
Don't
you guys
you think?
want?
Time out. Like
3.
you're saying you should.
Like 3.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you want to wait on a marriage. If anything, both of you are young. You want to do that as soon as possible, and then you create everything from that. Like, if we're being honest, it's best for every human beings to wait until they have sex. Right, that's what's optimal. Now, we're living in modernity. Are any of us operating that way? Me, him, any of the ladies? No. Everyone's smashing, but what will be optimal will be if you both were virgins and waited. So, but you're in a position where you can like do the next best thing of what's optimal. Like you already had sex, cool, it's whatever. But now you want kids, you want all of these things. You can go ahead and lock it in with them and then build from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I didn't think about it like that.
So you said you want 3 kids, right? So who's gonna be watching the kids when you're gonna be at work? You gonna pay for daycare or?
No, my mom is like very close with me. I'm very close to my family.
Okay. Okay. So like when you're at work, she would like you would like hand the kids off to her.
Yes, I would trust her to take care of my
So
kids.
no daycare.
No daycare, only family.
What's your background? What are you?
I'm Moroccan and Greek. I was born in Morocco.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Morocco and Greek.
You legal? Because, ICE, Trump ain't playing.
Yes, I'm legal. I know he's not
Like,
playing.
He ain't playing right now, so,
Yes.
just looking out. You know what I mean? But no, wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
And all the people in the chat, I see y'all in the chat too.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Zero Cool. You already know. Let him know to join debate night. He will get roasted. We do debate nights usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not reading all the chats, but I see y'all in there sending somebody to the debate night. So shout out to all the supporters in there. Okay, cool, ladies. Before we get started, Dan, go ahead and bring up the first clip. And but before we bring up that first clip, any questions or anything y'all want to speak about before we bring up the first video? No? All right, cool. And unmute the
You lose interest in a guy.
If you're too short and your shorts are too long.
Well, what's too short?
Like 5'8".
She's looking at me. She's like.
5'7" like is way your height.
Well, how tall would you say I am?
Like 5'8".
5'8".
5'8" and a half.
So.
Don't give him the half.
So then, what's a good height then?
6'4". 6 foot. 6 foot. Ask a different question. Something more spicy.
So if you had to pick, size down there or height?
Both.
One or the
If
other.
you have height, there's gotta be size.
That's not true at all.
That's facts.
No, it's not.
I have done my research. It's facts.
Well, I don't know what fucking research you have done, but it's just genetics. Just like somebody could be tall, they could have small. You know what? Short guys got big, vice versa. It's just genetics, man. It depends on the person. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So you think that, like, based off a guy's height, the taller he is, the bigger cock he has?
Yeah, relatively.
What makes you lose interest in a guy?
All right, ladies. So y'all all just watched that clip. Let's go around the panel. Let's get y'all perspective on it. We are going to start over here with you. And so first question is, what, based off of what you've seen, do you think that that girl is speaking facts?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think that a man's height is important, but also based off of his height, there's the chances are that his wang size is going to match his height.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And what about you? What's your thoughts on that? And those two questions.
I think that height isn't necessarily linked to size. I think he's right when he says it's genetics. Everybody is, given what they're given. As far as height, I do think that women tend to like men with more height, but I mean, it's definitely based on a woman's preference.
Okay. And what's your preference as far as height?
I do like taller men, but like as long as somebody is taller than me or at least matching my height, I can't do somebody that's shorter than me.
And how tall are you?
I'm like 5'7".
Did you ever date a guy like seriously and he was your height?
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least like 5'8", like
And you broke up
right
with him
there.
or he broke up with you?
You know she broke up with him.
I broke up with him.
Yeah, so that's the
A lot of these men just don't meet the criteria I need.
Okay. Was height one of them for him?
Height, like I said, you just have to be taller than me.
Put it like this. In that relationship with the guy that you were looking eye to eye, did you feel like the respect factor wasn't there? Like you really didn't respect him like that?
No, not really.
So you did respect him or you didn't?
I did respect him.
Oh, you did respect
Yeah.
him? Okay. So if he was like, no, I want you doing this, you would listen and stuff? Like you would respect him?
I'm submissive, yes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And let's go back to you real quick. Actually, let's stay here since we're on this topic. Size preference.
What?
Like,
Based off the video.
yo, you're gonna put me on the spot like that. I mean, I like bigger. I like girth.
You want to add in these? You just gonna speakies? You know, I don't talk about these. Who picked this video out? Go ahead.
Video? What you mean? So
Dan picked the video.
So, would you prefer height or
size?
Yeah, that was one.
Definitely size. I'd rather my man be able to please me.
Short, but have the package. So you
If he can get the job done, yeah.
Okay, so now the question is, would you take a guy that's shorter than you, but he got the exact package you want?
He got the.
I just can't do shorter than me. I can't.
Okay, all right.
I don't
Here's a
wanna
question. He's 6'2".
Okay. My height.
But so look, he's 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have your package preference.
Okay.
The other guy is 5'7", and he does have your package preference. Who would you choose to be in a long-term relationship with?
5'7" all day.
Okay, so you want
5'7" all day.
So you prioritize package over height.
Absolutely.
Then. Okay, cool. Let's go back to you. Same questions for you. Do you prefer package? Do you prefer size over height?
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Pick one. Answer.
The size matters.
Okay, so you're going with size, and
But not all the
Mike.
time.
speaking of Mike,
Not all the time though. Like,
You could bring it closer to you if you want.
and what's your size preference and what's your height preference?
my height preference is like 6'1". Size, but
Yeah, go ahead.
like around like in
Wait, time out. Why are y'all hesitant to talk about a man's size?
Because it's crazy.
Anything about size?
I never
I
measured.
mean,
Everything
No.
6 inches till we bring out a ruler.
we should have brung out the tape measure on this
that's
podcast
right.
for this. I didn't. Whoever chose this clip sucks. Because I like to talk about things that's more serious. But anyways, let's finish the convo since it's up.
I
So you
prefer
said
like 7'8".
okay, 7'8". That's above average, and then height you said 6'1", so above average. So you want your man fully above average, and you would prioritize size over height.
It all depends on the guy though. Like if I really
So-
like him and
so
he got a
look.
little, it's
All right, well, let me preface it for you. Both men are equal. They treat you the same. You feel the same with them. Like it's the same vibes, right? The chemistry is there. The chemistry is equal. Even they look the same, but one guy is 6'4". The other guy is, how tall are you?
like 5'3".
The other guy's 5'5". Because 5'3" is OD. I ain't even going to make the dude 5'3". Let's just give him 5'5". So he's still a little bit taller than you. So 5'5", but he has the 7'8", or the guy that's 6'4", but he only got the 6.
It don't matter to me.
So which one you choosing?
Which one you gonna pick?
The tall one.
Okay, so then you do prioritize height.
Yeah.
That's a difference. So she prioritized package, and you prioritize height. All right, fair enough. Where's Shorty run off to?
Bathroom probably.
She done ran off on a plug. Like, man, if I do this conversation, I ain't gonna definitely not gonna be married. All right, let's rotate to you then. What's your thoughts on that? And yeah.
So I think that like size matters to an extent. Like you gotta have like it can't be like a thumb. But like I don't think that size is the most important thing when it comes to having sex. But also like neither is height. Like the last guy, I actually shot my shot at the last guy that I was talking to, and he's about my height. I'm 5'4". He's about my height. He did send me some dick pics. They look good. Like it was nice, but I don't know. I feel like
Wait, time out real quick. So you were speaking to a guy and he sent you pics. Did you ever experience? Did you get intimate with him or no?
No. So I was gonna.
So stop it real quick.
I was gonna get into that.
Yeah, we
I
ain't
was
got to
gonna-
get into it.
No, we
it's,
do.
It's real
we
simple.
do.
It's real
No.
simple. Let's just break it down real quick. Because we got enough information. I'll tell you why.
No.
You chose a guy. He was your height, 5'3".
No, I'm 5'4".
Okay, the extra inch. He was 5'4",
That
right?
extra inch matters other places.
Fair enough. He was 5'4". He sent you the wang pics,
Yeah.
and it was your preference, right?
Yeah.
And you still disqualified him. This tells me that height matters more to you rather
No.
than size.
I didn't disqualify him. It's not like I chose to not have sex with him. But I just
Did y'all
didn't
hang out?
yet. I didn't have sex
Did
with
y'all
him.
hang out?
Once, yeah, but not in a scene to have sex.
Oh, okay.
So I just I was going to say what matters to me the most is like the actual like attraction. Like I'm not even talking physical. Like if we can't have a conversation, it'd be like the cutest motherfuckers that be like, it'd be the cutest MFers that like that it's just like as soon as they talk, it's like, damn, I don't want to do this anymore. So I don't know. For me, it's not even necessarily like the size or the height. It's like the conversation. Like if the conversation with you,
yeah, girls, we know
like,
y'all like conversations and all that
but
type
I'm just
of
saying
stuff.
like size is cool. Like I don't want a thumb. Height's cool, but I don't like discriminate against height. But like for me, like I'm just not like whether you could be 6'9", everything hanging great,
and if you
like,
can't hold a conversation,
and you open your mouth and sound stupid, like or just like.
Yeah, trust me. All women, all have that in common. We're not talking about conversation.
No, we don't.
No, you literally do. But let me just go back and get your preference here. So what would you prefer? What do you prioritize? So let's paint the same scenario. Guy, he's 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
He's packing 5. Other guy, he's 5'5", and he's packing 8. Who you choosing? And once
I get
again,
the same vibes from them.
Yeah, once again, chemistry is the same.
I'm gonna need a resume. What do y'all do for a living?
No, everything is the same. Like they're just equal men, but different package sizes
Both
and different
make
heights.
good money.
There's no such thing as equal men.
Was this a
It's
hypothetical?
a hypothetical to test your logic to see what you prioritize.
Whoever makes me happier in bed.
They both.
I don't know. That's a hard.
Let's just say.
My
who do you
brain can't
think
take
would,
myself.
Okay, this is what I'm trying to get you to think. Who do you think would make you happier in bed based off of the size or based off the height? The height is more of like you want to feel little to this guy. The size is more like you trying to get your guts thrown against the wall. You want no more insides. You trying to be dominated to the fullest extent.
I feel like the shorter guy would try harder, probably.
Okay, so you're gonna choose the shorter guy. Wait, the shorter guy would try harder what? In a relationship?
No, in the bed.
Why would he try harder if he's packing more than the bigger guy?
Because he's short. He isn't just walking around whipping his dick out. So he's short. So he has to carry that.
They both putting in the same amount of work.
I don't know you did.
Which guy are you choosing? Look, don't put no variables in it. Which guy are you choosing? The taller guy, smaller package, or the shorter guy, bigger package? Which one?
I said the shorter guy.
Okay, but you put something in there, so I had to know.
That's the only way I could pick.
Fair enough. Let's go back to you. We almost skipped you. So you watched the video, right? And what's your thoughts on it? And what do you think height matters and size matters?
Speaking to the mic.
I think height matters, but if you make it up, like, then the size will not matter. Like, and make it up in another way.
Just the other way.
Like, taking care of the girl a lot. Like, paying for all her things and stuff like that.
Oh, so you're saying that short kings got to do more?
Yes.
That's
what I'm saying.
Short kings or smaller package? Which one?
No, short king.
Oh, so if they're like short, then they got to just do extra stuff so you can feel happy.
Yes.
And what if they got a small package? Do they got to do extra stuff too?
I think it works both ways.
Both ways. So if they short or if they got a small meat,
yes,
he got to do a whole lot.
I think that's how that works.
That's how it works.
Like for most females, that's how that works.
So
interesting. Go ahead.
Do the same. So, guy, he's 6'3", but he's a 5-incher. And you got a guy who's 5'8". He's an 8-incher. Which one you choosing?
The 5'8".
Yeah. So she's prioritizing package now.
Okay, yeah, she's prioritizing package. Fair enough. Yeah. Moving right along. Do you think height and size matter? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Now, what's your preference? What do you prefer? Tall guy? Not a tall guy, small meat. Short guy, big meat. Pause. No homo chat. Dana, why are we talking? I gotta keep saying pause and no homo in this conversation. That was crazy. That was crazy. Don't clip me up. Don't clip me up.
He ain't say it to me.
And we got a lot of viewers. Sorry.
Okay.
It's just, so what do you prefer?
Yeah.
I would prefer. Damn.
He's 6'3".
It just depends on if they could satisfy me, honestly.
They both satisfy.
No, satisfy me in the bed. So like, if
both. Okay, so
no, like.
So if you're prioritizing the package, that means that you're looking for sex. You're looking for. That's what
What
you
I'm
would
saying is the
prioritize.
height don't matter as long as I'm satisfied. So.
Okay, so you gotta
I
go
don't
with the
care
package.
what height they are. I really don't care what size it is, as long as I'm satisfied at the end of the day.
I get what you're saying. That's more details
I
in
think
there.
it's just as a woman, as long as you're satisfied, you don't go nowhere.
So she prioritizing package.
Yeah, let's
So
just
I
go
don't
with-
prioritize really
let's
either.
just say-
It's just as long as
No, based off your answer, you're prioritizing
Yeah,
package.
based off your
'Cause
answer,
you
you're
said satisfied.
prioritizing
I mean,
sex.
but it could
so,
be
yeah.
that, or it could be something else that
No.
they have that attributes
No,
to
but
it.
we're just talking
you know?
about don't add any variables.
But I'm
just
trying to
height
answer your
and
question.
package.
Right. So neither one matters.
Real
because
dudes don't
what
eat
matters
box
is something
either,
else
so.
to me. I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
You can say that again. I'm sorry. Repeat.
Nah, it's cool. All right, so moving right along. What's your take on the video? The size and height matter.
As far as the video goes, I think she was just very opinionated. I don't know. But as far as that, I'm more of a personality girl.
Okay, ladies, we know that you can meet a guy that is exactly your type. This is no Fugazee podcast, so we know the truth about women's nature. We know that you can meet a guy, he meets your height preference, he meets every preference, right? He's like your type. But if he says the wrong thing, you are going to disqualify him. So we know that you're picky.
Yeah.
We're not speaking about communication right now. We know that, like, let's just preface it with these guys that we're speaking about in the hypothetical, they meet your communication or vibe preference.
So stop adding shit.
Yeah, don't even add nothing. Yeah. So which is more important, height or size?
I feel like it's how they use it, so I'd say height.
Okay, so you're just going with height. You choose
There's
height.
like, actually, I'm not gonna comment.
No.
I don't know if my mom's watching this.
Mommy's not watching. It's
You're an
okay.
adult.
Yeah, you're an adult. Go ahead, speak
Say
your
what you gotta
mind.
say.
Like, there's some of them guys, they're a little small, but like they can put in work.
Okay.
Okay, small guys, they put in work. All right,
And there's
fair
some
enough.
like with big and they can't do anything. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
yeah, I'd say height.
Okay, she'll still go with height. All right, cool. All right. Anything on this, Ease? I mean, I want. We can get to the next clip.
Yeah, let's go to the next clip. I'm good on this.
Lord.
Ana,
Thanks. Oh my God, thank you so much, baby.
Hey, there he is.
You're sexy.
Damn, a little faster next time.
Sorry, baby.
It's all right.
All right, so ladies, that clip actually went off perfect. Someone picked this out and correlated it perfect. That clip correlated perfect. So what you witnessed in that clip was it showed 2 inches how the woman treats the guy. The man is basically doing the most. He laid on the ground and the woman stepped on him for her to get through the door. Then it went all the way up to 11 inches where, she opened up the door for him. So essentially what this is saying, I think you touched on it. One of you touched on it. I think it was you.
I think it was her.
It was her?
Me?
I think it was
Or
her.
if they're smaller, they got to do more.
Yeah, if they're smaller, they got to do more. You touched on it. So we're going to start with We're gonna start with you actually, because since you were speaking about it. So do you think? So you do think that this is true? If the man if he has a smaller package, he has to do more for you to behave and get in line.
Yes.
Okay.
I
And why is that?
believe this.
And bring your mic closer.
Because, okay, so in bed, they're not satisfying you how you want them to. So how do you want them to act like normal and get treated like as if they're a king when they can't even satisfy you in bed? That's how I see that.
Okay. Translate that. She said, if they're normal,
because
they can't satisfy you in bed.
Because when a guy is small in inches, he's compensating for what he lacks. So if he knows he can't satisfy you in the bed, he'll do more outside of the bed, whereas take you on trips, give you money, court you.
And that's what you actually expect from the man that's shorter.
I don't expect that, but that's how they are.
That's how they
it
descend
is.
to act.
Like,
I don't even have to.
So you think that
ask
this
them.
clip is true?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
got it. Let's move right along. What about you?
I would agree, and I don't think it always comes from the woman, but I think it comes from the insecurities of a man. So he knows he's small, and so he, does extra in other areas, like you said, send money, take her on trips, get her nails done, vice versa.
Okay, cool. And would you act like that? So if the man didn't have the meat size, would you expect more from him? Like, would you expect, well, he doesn't have the meat size, so he got to make money. He got to, rub my feet at night. He got to massage my back to get some vagina. Like, would you have him doing more?
I don't think I would expect more, but I would expect him to satisfy me in a different way.
Okay. Take notes, chat. Take notes. Move right along. What about you? Do you think that video is true?
No,
You don't think it's true?
not really.
So if a man he doesn't meet your package preference, because yours was 7 to 8, if I believe.
Yeah, but I also chose height.
Okay, you also chose height. That is true. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if the man doesn't meet your meat package preference, if he doesn't meet your size preference, you won't expect more out of him?
No.
Okay, so he can continue to just, operate just like he got a 12-incher, but he only got 5.
Yeah, I got toys.
Fair enough. All right, moving right along. What about you? You think that video holds any truth?
I would agree with what she said as far as like me personally, that doesn't hold truth with me, but I guess for some men, they will feel like they need to compensate in other ways.
Okay. And what about you?
Yeah, it's true from the man's point that he's going to do more, but it's not necessarily expected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you?
I think that any man that I'm with, if he's satisfying me, no matter how many inches he is, I would not I don't know, the video, she was literally walking on him.
Yeah, because he had 2 inches. Can 2 inches satisfy you?
Probably not, but he wouldn't be in my, we wouldn't get that far.
Well, how do you know? Surprise!
Surprise! Yeah, we're not doing it.
No, it could, how would you know? It could be good vibes. Y'all chilling. Y'all making out.
He'd be like, surprise, and I'd be like, surprise.
No, it's already in. It's over. What you mean? How do you?
It has to come out of the pants before it goes in.
So you look at everything that come out of the pants
before it goes in me. Yes.
Y'all look at everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Nothing has ever gone inside of me without me seeing it.
Y'all capping right now. Where's my buttons at?
Down to a tampon. Nothing has gone in me.
Put the button down.
What?
Keep the combo going, E.
Because of what?
So you guys said your inch preference was 7, 8. Have you ever had a guy who was packing less than that satisfied you?
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say on the video that I forgot because he went away to get a button. But
11.
If you pull up on me with 11 inches, I don't know where to put that. I don't even want that. The last guy in that video was 11 inches, is what it said. That's crazy.
So what was the smallest you guys ever had, and did he satisfy you with that? Or just have you ever been satisfied with something smaller than 6 inches?
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Like 4 or 5.
5.5.
5.5.
I never
5.5.
measured it.
Because it's what they do with
He said it was 5.5.
If,
Five
And
and a
they
half.
know to put the work in.
and sometimes it's not the length, it's the girth, like she said.
Into the
Sometimes
mic.
it's,
Into the mic.
you know, it's not always about the length. Sometimes it's about the girth.
So you saying yes, yes, yes? You said no?
A man got a lot of inches and they think that they just gotta.
They just random you. And I ain't about to get there.
What is this?
Yeah, jabbing it in is not
it. Just, but you got a lot of inches, so you think it is.
And the man with the smaller one, he gonna do a lot more to
Yeah,
try to
he gonna-
figure it out, and then he gonna figure out the
Yeah,
right thing to
he's
do.
done more
yeah.
work in.
Yeah, he gonna figure it
The
out.
circle move, yeah.
I'm screaming.
Oh, you know that?
I'm a guy, come on. Destiny, so have you had a guy that had a smaller wing?
I did, but it's not always the guy's job to if he got a small one, it's not always his job to work it.
But have you ever been satisfied with a guy that had less than 7 or 8? Because you said 7 or 8.
Yeah, I'd be riding it. I
Okay.
make myself come.
Okay. See, all right. So then.
Okay, so ladies,
Only way, bitch. Only fucking way, okay?
the truth is, all of you are whores, and that's the truth. The fact, while I know you're... Think about this, ladies. The reason why size matters to you ladies, and some of you, you're comparing size and height and stuff like that. The reason why is because you have the ability to compare and contrast. So you've been with men, multiple men, more than one, right? And you've been with men. And as you experience, you...
Y'all had a whole phase.
Y'all had a whole phase, okay.
No.
As you experience, what happens is you experience too much and you become a victim to all of your experiences where it's like it's harder to satisfy you. So you'll disqualify a man based off of his size. But think about if you was a virgin and you met a man and you got married and you stayed with this man forever. He's all you know and he got 4 inches. You don't know anything else. All you know is the 4. You don't know about a 5, a 8, a 10 or anything like that. And guess what? That 4 would make you happy. But it's the fact that you had maybe a 5, then you went to an 8, then you maybe had a 2, something wild, and then you know what you don't like because you experienced Tyrone and he was knocking it down. And then you're chasing Tyrone. Well, not Tyrone, but the experience of what Tyrone gave you. That dopamine hit, you're looking for it again. You can't get it from Tyrese, you can't get it from Sean, you can't get it from Michael, and the numbers, the body count keeps on increasing. And guess what? You'll never get Tyrone again. That's just the fact of the matter. But guess what? Even if you do meet another Tyrone, he's just gonna hit it and quit it too. Treat you like the other Tyrone. So at the end of the day, whores, you need to be virgins.
Can I say something?
Sure, go ahead.
Is it not the same though for men as far as like a girl's body weight or like pussy grip goes? Like, isn't it the
you
same?
know what the best pussy is to a man?
Virgin.
Isn't that in your head though?
New vagina is the best.
That too.
Yeah.
New vagina
But if
is
a
the best
girl
vagina.
tells you, "Oh, I'm a virgin," and she's really not, some guys will be like, "Oh, that's the best pussy I ever had," and she could have been ran through. But you guys would
Exactly,
never know.
facts.
Those
It's
are
all
not
that's
from
facts.
experience,
Well,
but they
he
believe in
said
that.
virgins. That's not the right answer. The best vagina to a man, because men were different. We're not women. So you look for quality. You're looking for the best. This is why you keep chasing the same dopamine hit that Tyrone gave you. Whoever is the guy that pleased you the best, you're always comparing every other guy to him. We don't operate like that, right? We don't operate like that. We can get a chick with that meets our preference, small waist, the biggest fatty, the tightest vagina. We get some other chick, as long as it's new, it's gonna feel just like the other one.
Yeah, guys are a
So
little
ain't
different.
nothing better
So
than
y'all
new
whores
vagina.
too. Fuck.
I'm glad you said that though, because that makes a lot
No,
of sense.
it's different because men desire quantity. You don't desire quantity. Like every guy that you're speaking to, like you at least need to see something long term, a potential long term with him. Unless you having a hot girl summer and you just looking to get your insides taken. But besides that, you're looking for some type of long term. Men, when we're out there dating and stuff like that, we're not looking for long term. Men kind of take whatever they can get. So how it works is men shoot darts. And whichever one sticks, that's the one we hitting. That's how it goes. Because we don't hold access to sex. You guys hold access to sex. But we operate differently when it comes to relationships. So say if I'm talking to all 6 of you at the table, when it comes to relationships, it's going to be which of these 6 women is going to add value to my life outside of sex? Who's going to add the most value to my life outside of sex? And that's the woman I'll choose. Because, I mean, vagina is like vagina. But for you ladies, it's a little bit different. But does that make sense? Okay, cool. Okay. Any super chats that came in?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, let me get to that real quick. And ladies, if y'all have any questions, y'all don't gotta agree with me. You can be like, Cooley, shut up. What are you talking about, man?
Shut up, please.
You a loser.
Yeah, shut up.
That's what Bill wanted to say that.
Okay. All right, we got word unboxings and $5. Cooley, I watched a stream from the episode where the guest wouldn't stop farting. Thank God the firm lets me work from home because I was screaming. Yeah, that's that crazy chick you brung, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
we had a chick that was on a podcast. She was just farting.
I mean, I ain't smell it, but the girl next to her was
she was
complaining
just
about
nasty.
it.
I seen that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. No, she was nasty.
That girl was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, bro.
Yeah, that
The
chick,
white
she was
girl,
on
right?
drugs or something.
She was Hispanic.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
she was
like a
light skinned.
Tom, yeah, she was
Yeah.
She was like a tomboy.
She had like a raccoon on her head or something.
Yo,
Yeah, like a raccoon head.
weird,
Yeah.
oh.
Why did you let her participate?
We didn't know she was gonna be like that.
Well, I kicked her off the show.
Kick her off for farting.
No, I didn't kick her off for farting. I ain't smell nothing. But
That's
So embarrassing.
but yeah, she had to go.
Was it loud enough for the the mics to pick up?
No, we didn't hear it.
No, he.
The girl
he
next
picked
to
that
us
girl.
was letting us know because she smelt it.
She was happy.
No, she didn't smell it. She's like,
picked
yo,
her?
this girl is, huh?
You picked her?
Yeah. Content, baby, content.
All
You know,
right.
I didn't know she was gonna be like that.
Somebody like
Yeah, she basically catfished you, right? She like
she catfished me.
Oh, okay, fair enough. We got word of box
Catfish is
again.
crazy.
Says Cooley, you putting it in without looking.
Talking about when they don't look at the penis before they insert it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
crazy.
okay.
He was referring to that.
Damn.
No, because it's like, bro, that's cat, bro.
It's
like,
not. That's not.
sometimes depending on the mood, like if the dude,
not allowed to.
like, you know what I mean? Like, chicks ain't seeing everything. It's like, oh, hey, it is. Like, come on, bro. Okay. And ladies, do y'all have any
always
questions
looking.
on this topic
The
or
hell?
any other
The fuck
topics
you
y'all want to
got?
start?
The fuck? I gotta
Anything?
touch it and everything. The hell could no? I gotta inspect that like a doctor. I don't give a fuck.
Feel it,
Like,
look at it.
I'm looking at
It's
it.
a bump, a lump.
And if you
a
start
stump.
squirmishing away, deuces. Like it's good. Like
Do it
the fuck
smell
you scared
okay?
Okay, fair enough. Y'all do that. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
And y'all, but I'm not saying that y'all don't. I'm saying that y'all never had an experience where it was like a quickie and it was like a vibe and it just
No.
happened.
No.
Not if it wasn't
No.
already familiar. If it already was someone that I'm like fucking like regularly, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But just
okay,
like
so
a new,
if it's new,
a new something
nah,
entering.
you need to dissect it.
That's
Okay, but
insane.
if you already having them, it's like whatever. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Would you eat food without looking at it?
I'm different. I'm not in y'all position.
You don't look at it either. Like
I'm
you should always
different.
look
I'm
at
not-
it. Like
On the vagina?
yeah, y'all should be looking too.
I mean, we
like,
see it. I
Yeah,
see
it's
it.
different.
What you got going on?
No, but start. I
Ladies
want
is-
you to start looking.
No, ladies, it's different for the man. The man is the dominator. So we are visual creatures. We're looking at everything.
Okay, so
That's
you're
what I'm
already
saying.
looking.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're looking, but for y'all, it's like
I'm looking.
yeah.
I'm looking.
Looking, feeling, smelling.
All right.
All that on the first link.
You have to.
Absolutely.
That's just for
You're
your own
smelling
safety.
it on the first link too?
Well, I don't need to put my nose to it, but I'm
you
safe. I'm very
breathe the
safe,
air.
and I don't got time for none of that
Smell the
bullshit. We
And-
pulling out web
and you know what?
all of that. What's it called? My chart. All of
There's a
that.
reason why y'all got to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, look,
Man.
where
You
you
know
come
why?
from, it's crazy.
You know why is the reason you got to do that?
Why?
Because you had some bad experiences. You had some stinky niggas. You had some niggas that probably
I just
wasn't
think
clean.
I
Not
may be a
inside
little
me,
weary
maybe in the
because
room.
I don't got time to deal. I don't got time to deal with bullshit. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I'm good always. Like
Also,
whether that's looking at your shit or you pulling out your shit to make sure you ain't got no shit. Like I'm not
can't
just
help.
out here.
Keep the cusses down to a minimum.
Oh, sorry.
No, you good.
That's the
Also,
liquor.
the rate of STDs is increasing so rapidly because people just, aren't safe anymore. They don't care. They just be doing anything anything with anybody. So it's apparent to keep yourself safe, especially if you're sexually active, and get tested and do all of that stuff, because a lot of people don't, and it's scary and it's nasty.
So you came across a girl that just let you stick it in without looking at it?
Be scared of her. Be so scared of her.
Like lights off, like no light, like no nothing. Like it's just in the dark. You know, just
like now I gotta
she
think.
is so scary.
like dang, she real cute. I think I'm good with her.
She cute and scary.
So the question is, if a girl what was the question?
Do you think girls are clean enough to where you don't need to look at them? You think she's clean just from her outer appearance that you're gonna go to the bedroom, turn the lights off, and get busy?
Whose name is Cass? Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, first of all, I always use a condom, especially on the first time. I don't know, so I'm always
You
gonna
think
use
a
a
condom
condom.
protect you from everything?
I don't think a condom protects me from everything.
But it's more
So,
protective.
Yes or no?
Right.
You gonna analyze, or you just gonna go in?
But if I'm about to smash it for the first time, obviously like she's gonna be naked, so I'm gonna see it.
But with the lights off.
With the lights off.
Some girls just go flip the switch real quick.
You know what?
Because they don't like their whole body looked at, so they flip the switch.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I passed in the dark on the first time. I can't remember. Like
That's a yes.
no,
gotta think it
the
happened,
first time I
okay?
smashed, it was never like pitch black. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the first time I smashed, from what I can remember, it wasn't pitch black.
No, that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna see them.
Good
Like
sign.
the TV was on, so I definitely could see shit.
Okay.
You know
She
what I mean?
wanted
Or
you to
like,
watch the TV.
The lamp is on, you know what I'm saying? I don't like bright lights anyway, so like the
set
ceiling
the
light was
mood,
not on,
okay.
but like if it's never pitch black, the TV's usually on. I need some sound in the back.
Right.
She's usually on.
Heard you.
So I could usually see.
Ease, you know you don't got to answer these questions.
Yeah, 'cause that's what I'm thinking. Like, yo, pitch black on the first thing.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
gotta
that's how
answer
you
these.
gave it to us, you know?
Yeah, you ain't answer those,
I don't know.
bro.
I'll answer the question.
We got word on box. It says, I haven't even been a guest yet. Look what I did. Okay, I see you. Shout out to Word on Box. Yeah, man, need some GBs. Need some GBs on the show, but it's cool, man.
Yeah, what's a GB?
Man, listen. That's something that Word on Box came out with. Word on Box, let them know.
Interesting.
We
That's
got
not word of the night.
GBs.
No, interesting.
Oh, interesting. Okay, ladies, any questions? Anything that y'all want to speak about? You know, male and female intersexual dynamics, your experiences with men, you know, stuff like that. Anything? No. Any
Practice
questions?
safe sex, please.
Okay, practice safe sex. Okay,
You was gonna say something. What was you gonna say?
I was thinking of something to say.
Say it. Don't be.
Why do men pretend to be happy and cheat?
Why do men pretend to be happy and cheat?
Because they want
That's a very
unlimited
unique
bodies.
question.
They want unlimited bodies.
Can I say something real quick before you answer?
Yeah.
Why do women stay in relationships they're unhappy in and pretend to be happy?
I agree. I don't think it's only a men thing, but I just have men to ask questions. So women.
Okay,
The purpose of me asking the question is I think that both of us do it. We just do it in different ways.
I think we both do it, but I am a woman, so I understand my thoughts. So I just
Want a male's
I got something on
perspective.
that though. I feel like women do it because they are looking for the end goal that's not coming. Whereas men are doing it because they want to still have access to you, and there's a difference. So like they still want to be able to have
but what if a male steps out because they're looking for something they don't find in you? That's the same thing.
I agree.
Right, but the man is never going to tell you that, and they're going to pretend to be happy because they still want the access to
again,
you.
we do the same thing though.
No, we do it because we want an end goal. So like I'm gonna pretend to be happy with my man, thinking that one day
Wait,
he's
what's
gonna.
the question again, ladies?
The question was,
Why
why
do
do
women
men pretend to be happy and still cheat? And I have
vice versa.
stayed.
Okay.
I have stayed with a man. I haven't cheated, but I've been unhappy and stayed with a man because in my head I'm waiting until I'm on to the next thing because like I do care about you. You're not treating me right. You're actually pretending to be happy and cheating.
But
so it comes to like the point of like I'm staying. I'm not happy. I'm unhappy. I'm looking around. My eyes are open. I'm not doing anything. I'm not physically cheating, but my eyes are open because I'm staying in a relationship I'm not happy with. But I just want to know why men do it. I'm not saying women don't do it. Women do the same things men do.
I think
there's just things that are categorized like men do this more, women do this more.
I think for most people on both ends, you stay where you're benefited from. Men are benefited from what you give them, and you're benefited by how a man provides for you. So you're going to stay where you're benefited from until
But you said
You
the
move
woman
forward.
is unhappy, so you're not getting no benefit.
Yeah,
You're
but
really
you are, though.
unhappy.
But you are though. Let's put it in perspective. If a woman is, let's say, a stay-at-home wife, he is then paying for everything that you're doing. You are benefiting from that. You're gonna stay in that
But I'm a wife.
situation.
So am I
have my
allowed to leave
angle.
the house? Am I allowed to keep? Do I have any money? Can I go to the grocery
you're
store and
allowed
spend
to do, you're
money?
allowed to do you're allowed to do whatever you want. I hate the concept that stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home wives are kept in a cage.
That's the reality,
It's
usually.
not the reality.
No, it's not.
I was a stay-at-home mom for several years. That was never my
I
reality.
said usually.
So what do you mean?
I mean,
what do you
that's
mean by
pushing.
in a cage? You
I didn't say. She said that.
I
yeah,
said
you
it.
said, but you said that's how it is usually. So
No, I said a lot of stay-at-home moms aren't allowed to have their own free will or go out. They don't have their own separate money. They don't have their own separate things. They're not allowed to do a lot of things. From my experience,
like
and the women
what?
that I know,
Can you name some of those things?
like going out, having a girls' night, just running errands,
They're not allowed to.
having the dad watch the kids. From all of the people that I know that have done, but I'm not saying everyone.
Yeah.
But usually, that was the word I used. Usually, that is the experience that I see from stay-at-home moms. And then she mentioned not all of them are in a cage, so that's where that came from.
Again, I would just restate. I think that on either side, you stay where you're benefited from until the benefits slowly run out and you're just gone.
Well, okay. Well, to answer your original question, just because a man cheats doesn't mean he's not happy. Seriously, what did we say earlier? Men like variety. If I can be in a relationship and still smash all the chicks in the world, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? If I can get away with doing it, I will do it. But just because a man,
Not even look before you put it in.
let me just finish. So just because a man cheats doesn't mean he's not happy. Remember, men, we don't fall in love through sex. You know what I'm saying? Look, if I have a girlfriend and I'm in love with her and I smash all of y'all, that doesn't mean I love y'all. I still love her, but just want to smash because I like sex. I like variety. You know what I'm saying?
So why get in the relationship?
So here's the thing, ladies. All of y'all wrong. He's speaking facts, but y'all, I'll let the conversation go on. I just wanted to see who was gonna hit it on the nail. And you was saying both of y'all had some good perspectives, but you were saying some very good things as well. The thing is, I was listening closely, and I just wrote down something here because your question is, why does a man pretend to be happy and still cheat? Mm-hmm. And then she said, well, why do women pretend to be happy and still cheat? Mm-hmm. Now, the thing is, the difference is men aren't pretending, right?
We really be happy.
Men aren't pretending. No, here's what I'm saying. Listen, pay attention, ladies. Men are not pretending. Men are really happy and they still will cheat. The thing is, if a woman is cheating and she's unhappy, she's not pretending. She's really unhappy. Because in order for a woman to cheat, that means that she doesn't really like her man like that. She fully fell out of love with her man. And normally when women cheat, they already broke up with their man mentally 6 months before they let another guy smash. You know what I'm saying? So wherever the woman's emotion goes, her body follows. I repeat, wherever your emotions are, your body will follow. So if your emotions are not with your man, it's up. And if it's with another man, well, in due time, your body is going to be with that other man. The difference is with a man, our emotions can be with you, but our body will be with 6 other girls, right? But we would love you, protect and provide for you, take a bullet for you, but we are smashing Katie with the cakes.
So
that's just how it is.
So be worried.
That's how it is.
So you ladies should be worried if we stop protecting and providing for you. Think about it. If you're my girlfriend, we live together, I'm taking care of you financially, and I smash one of them, right? Be worried if I stop protecting and providing for you and I start doing that for her, because then I really don't like you. Because you got to think about it. If I'm protecting and providing, I care about your well-being. I care if you ate. I care if you got a house above your head. Well, her, I just want to smash, and I'm kicking her to the curb. I don't care how she get home. I don't care if she ate. I don't care if she's thirsty. I don't care about none of that. But you, I care if you ate. I care if you got a house. You know what I mean? I care if you got clothes on your back. I care about all of that stuff because I generally care about you. But the chick, if I'm just smashing her, I don't give a fuck what she do next.
Yeah,
I have
another
a question.
Okay.
Yep. And before your question, another way to put what he's saying is men and women show loyalty differently. right? Men, we show loyalty by taking a bullet for you, protecting and providing for you. You show loyalty to us by not having sex with another man. You show loyalty to us by not even thinking about another man. Right? Because if you're thinking about another man, there's a high probability you're going to do some type of whole behavior.
Interesting.
What's your question?
My question is to further that thought. Okay, say it's a man and he's now providing and protecting multiple women at the same time.
Is he Muslim?
No, but I've encountered that type of person who basically did everything for me, and at the same time they were doing everything for me.
So here's a
was
cold
doing
hard
everything
truth
for multiple women at the same time. So I'm just saying, like in the terms of if he's not protecting and providing, I'm gonna feel that. But what if he's doing that still, and he's doing that to other people as well?
Yeah, so here's the cold hard truth. A man is capable of loving multiple women at the same time. I'm not saying that that's what's happening in that scenario, right? That man could just be playing the field and he really just trying to keep his sexual options and he don't want to lose none, because when a man builds up a pipeline, think about it.
Yeah, that sounds like what it is.
Yeah, if you out there spinning plates, you being promiscuous, you out there sleeping with women, you building up that pipeline, you're gonna do what you got to do to keep that keep sexual access to all of those women. So you're gonna take this girl out on a date, maybe buy this one over here, maybe spend a few nights over here with this other chick. You're gonna do what you got to do to keep your pipeline open. That's just how men tend to operate. And women, you operate like that, but on different ends. You talk to so many guys, but what you do is you extract resources from them, and only like one or two dudes is clapping cheeks. We're a little bit clapping cheeks. Yeah, we're a little bit different. But you had another question in there. What was that other question?
That was my question, because I just wanted to further that thought, because you said if they weren't protecting and provide. Oh, her.
Yeah, I have a question. Well, first off, I have something that's not like necessarily a question. I think it's not all the time where men, like you're saying how men can still be in love with someone and cheat. I don't think that's every situation. I think it's situational. I think some men do fall out of love and they still do like pretend to be happy and then they go to another girl.
Yeah, but the majority of men, and there's statistics on this. It shows that over 70%, I think it's like 73%. And correct me if I'm wrong on this chat, but it's in the 70%. So when a woman commits infidelity, 73% of the time she falls in love with the guy that she cheated on with. But it's only about 27% of the time when a man commits infidelity, he falls in love with the person that he cheated with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this means that, well, no, like if the woman is cheating, she's bringing like her emotions and she really doesn't love the man. If the man is cheating, he's, generally, he's just having sex with that woman, but he still loves you.
Mm-hmm. And then I have a question for you guys. Why do you think it's so common for men to act in this specific way? Like, why do you think it's like so common for men to cheat and for them to be able to still love their girlfriend, but be with a whole nother bitch?
But the thing is, most guys,
that's confusing.
There's a large percentage of guys that don't cheat because they don't have access to cheat. So a statistic is 26% of men between the ages of I think it's
like 18
to 30 or below 30 are either a virgin or haven't had sex in a year.
Yeah.
So it's like a third of men are either virgins or celibate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this means that most men, well, not most, but there's a large percentage of men that don't even have, they couldn't cheat if they wanted to cheat. The thing is, you ladies, you don't choose those men. Like, think about it. Kyle, that works at Chipotle, you don't even pay him any mind. He's a guy behind the Chipotle register. You look through him. You don't even see him as a human being. He's just like some zeros and ones if you're looking at a computer or something.
Yeah, in the most simple terms, all the guys that you friend zoned wouldn't cheat on you if you gave them a chance.
No, some of them will probably still cheat too.
I was gonna say.
But most of them won't, though. But he's right. No, but most of them, all of you ladies had that one guy that was just obsessed with you. That guy wouldn't cheat on you. Yeah. But for some reason, he just wasn't your type. He didn't meet your requirements.
Men are only as faithful as their options. So if a man has options, an option to cheat, there's a high probability that he will exercise that option. We're saying that there's God, like if you are prioritizing cheating, like infidelity, meaning that you want a man that is going to be loyal to you. If you are prioritizing loyalty, well, go to the guys that you know would probably be loyal, that don't have a whole lot of options. But you don't choose those guys. You actually want the guys that have the potential to cheat.
I don't.
Okay, you say you don't. What's your height preference?
I've done 5'6". I'm 5'5".
No. I said what do you prefer?
5'8" and above.
5'8" and above. And speaking to the mic the whole time. And how much does this man have to make a year?
Minimum.
Where I'm from, I'd be happy if they touch 100K.
Okay, so minimum of 100K. He has to be 5'8". And what's your race preference?
Black.
Okay, so that guy is gonna be in the top. I would say so. Only 20%, or no, it's like 17 to 20% of the entire population makes 100K. Then he's black. So out of the black population, is going to be a very small percentage, probably only about 5%.
Is he in shape?
The thing, they could be like, I don't do like fat, but they could be like not
like slim, like just slim.
Not slim, but they could be like heavier set but solid. You know,
Yeah,
like
so
I
what
don't
I'm-
mind like a
What I'm saying, we should bring up the
shape.
calculator too. What I'm saying is, yeah, that's in shape. So you want a guy that's in decent shape. You want a guy that's 5'8", and then you want a guy that makes 100K minimum. What we're saying is, and he has to be black. That's a small percentage of men. Very, very small percent.
I run into them so often. That's strange.
And guess what? You run into them so often, and why aren't you with them? Because you disqualify
I
them.
just became, I'm now in my era of that. So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it wasn't because I disqualified them. A lot of them disqualified themselves.
You think about it. You said that you would take a man like that, but you see men like that, but you disqualify.
I dated one like that was, again, like 5'6".
Yeah.
Could provide, could do all this and that. However, like you said, it's interesting because he was doing a lot of weird stuff, like being sneaky and lying. You know, like, so I can't deal with a liar. So it's like they show bad traits initially, so it's like I can't do nothing with that. And it's like I gave him a chance. I can't do it. It's not my fault.
I mean, most men, that's smart. Women say they can't deal with a liar. The only reason why they lying is because they know that you can't deal with the truth.
I can deal with the truth. I'd rather honesty because I can deal with that. I can go around that. I can figure out how to make that better. However, if you're lying, now I just feel like you're never going to tell the truth. There's a difference. I'm very good with honesty.
Yeah, I think that generally speaking, not you, but generally speaking, I think that most women uses a man's honesty against him, where they would disqualify him based off of him being honest. So like, let's say if the man was honest, if you truly want to, what I'm saying is make it very clear. If you truly wanted the man to be honest with you, you know what's honest on a man's mind if he's into you? He wants to smash. He wants the easiest path to success. So honest would be like, hypothetically, let's say if I was hollering at you and most men, that's what's on their mind. But if I'm honest, I'm going to tell you what's on my mind. Listen, what's your name again? Christina. Listen, Christina, you're a very attractive girl. And I would love to fornicate with you. I don't want to do the movies. We could do Netflix and chill, maybe only watch about a half an hour. But right after that half hour, I'm trying to throw you back into the wall. That would be honesty, because that is what most men would be thinking if they're attracted to you. But you don't want to hear that. So guess what they tell you? Listen, Ma, let's go to a steakhouse and eat a little bit. Then we go see a movie and just kill. Let's see what the vibes is. Like, I see you, mama. That's how they're speaking to you. So they're not being honest with you, because if they was honest, you would disqualify him. And I think most girls at the table, show hands, would y'all disqualify a man if he was honest to you?
He could be honest, but that don't mean that we about to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We still gonna go on the date.
Yeah. No, one of the most annoying things.
What I'm saying is he would be unattractive.
No, you won't.
Because what makes a man...
If I'm already attracted, I'm attracted.
No, that is a lie.
If you're honest with me, that's just be like, okay.
Think about this. What makes a man attractive is the mystery factor. A man that is easy to figure out, well, nothing is special about him. I know you.
I'm grown.
You're figured
I don't
out.
like the mystery. I like a man that's
You can
there
say that you don't like the mystery, but guess what? The mystery is what creates the vibe.
No, it's not. The man creates the vibe. I don't know. I just have different experiences.
The man being mysterious
because I don't
what
like no
creates the
mysterious
vibe.
man. I like a man that's blunt, honest, just straight
So,
to the
all
point.
right, so
Give me
if
what
I'm
I
trying to
got.
holler at you, I'd be like, yo, look, Christina, I think you're attractive. I don't ever want to take you out on a date. I don't want to meet your parents. I just want to smash. Only when I want to. Don't text me. I'll text you when I want to.
That's the truth.
And that's it.
He's your type.
Some girls think
Disqualifying him.
I mean, you're not giving me anything to work with, though. Like, you're literally telling me I can't
So
text
you like
you.
mysterious. You want
It's
him
not
to
mysterious
lie.
stuff
Yes.
because the way he's saying it is very dominant. It's saying that I can't reach out to you unless you reach out to me. That's weird. And
But
I
that's
don't
what he
know
wants. He's being honest.
No, but that's not being.
That is
That's
honest.
weird.
I'm
I
telling
don't
you,
know a lot of
I'm
men
like,
like that.
Christina, look,
I don't know a man that's really interested in you that. Most of the men that, okay, me, I'm talking about me, they want me to call them. If I'm not calling them, they're blowing me up. And that's what I'm saying. The difference is
look,
I don't know who do that.
Look,
like,
Christina,
don't call me. Like, they want that girl calling them. You know, like, what are you doing? Where you at?
Conversation, try to think outside of yourself. Like, don't attach everything to you. You could be
giving our personal, like.
But what I want you to do is like meaning that you don't have to think so personal and like your anecdotal experience. You can do that as well, but try to look outside of yourself and get more of a general perspective, because he's saying like we're saying things to you that is
so
like
men want to be that direct. They don't want you texting and calling them.
Look,
but I've never encountered that from a man.
Of course, because you guys,
because you've been lied to.
No, I don't feel like that. I feel like some men generally like conversation. Some men generally want to hear from you.
Bro, the conversation that they want from you is.
But the thing is, I don't reach out. No,
that's the conversation.
Listen,
bullshit.
That is not true.
Because I don't reach out to a man all day. Like, I'm not clingy. So the thing is, when I'm reaching out, it's important, or I got something to talk about. So
okay,
I don't know. That's weird.
The
I never
reason
heard
why
that.
you never encountered that because women will not fuck with us if we say that, and you probably never encountered that. I'm telling you.
So you feel like that? You really don't want your girl to reach out to you?
Listen. I'm being this is real honesty. This is what men would really want to say. Look, Christina, I got a shorty.
I'll take a poll.
Look, I'll be like, yo, Christina, I'm talking to every girl here, and I'm smashing all of them, and I don't want you to text me because if I'm with them, they want to feel like they're the only one, so that's why I don't want you to text me.
But at the same time, you're supposed to be protecting, providing, and doing all this shit for me at the same
time. Only
time.
if I love you. If I just want to smash, I'm not protecting, providing shit.
So
you said you want to
why do I have interest in you? If you're not doing nothing for me, why am I gonna have interest in you? If you're literally telling me you're gonna sleep around, I can't talk to you, I can't do shit, but you're gonna still fuck everything and I can't do nothing with you. What am I interested in? Just because you're the right height and the right girth, I'm interested. No, like women require more than that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, no one's gonna want you just because you have that.
I know y'all talking about the calculator. If someone can send me a link to the calculator, send it to me on Instagram or just put it in the chat. And we'll go ahead and copy that link, and we can bring up the calculator.
That's the delusional controlling. Like,
real quick, ladies, I'm speaking to the chat real quick.
No one like that.
We want the delusional calculator. So I know y'all asking for it, but I don't got the link to it. But we'll go ahead and bring it up. So find the link to it, and then we'll bring it up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So listen. Stop, ladies, stop. Stop. Listen. You just said that you want honesty. You like honesty.
Yes, I like honesty, but that's not men's honest. Like, that's not how they
How do you know? Men never been honest to you. Let me just finish.
But I'm gonna say this though.
Stop.
I feel like there's men like that, but no, all men are not like that. I've encountered men that may be honestly, like they may feel like that, but I've encountered some real genuine men who, I swear to God, they don't feel that way. Like,
there are men that are like that. There are men that do not want you to contact
but they're not all like that.
Yes,
they're not all like that.
Not all.
A lot of men.
They're not.
If men could really be honest,
that just sound heartless.
Listen, Christina.
I'm listening.
Okay, look. It sounds heartless when a woman wants a man that makes 100K. It sounds heartless when a woman wants a man that meets a height preference. It sounds heartless when a woman wants all of this stuff. They want a man to take a bullet from them, but then you withhold sex for compliance from that man. Do you know that statistics shows most marriages are sexless marriages? These are guys that got on one knee protecting and providing for a woman, giving their all to a woman, and she don't even give them sex.
And they chose that woman.
She withholds sex to control the man. And guess what? They woman
cheated.
No,
wait, there's no fault in the man for choosing that
ladies,
type of
also
woman.
when I'm speaking, one mic at a time. You went over the rules, one mic at a time.
Yes,
right? Okay,
sorry.
They forgot.
So also, he said they forgot. Also, ladies, keep in mind, like a man when he's in a relationship with you, he's given his all to you, but you can't. So. I lost my train of thought because y'all was cutting me off. But anyways, it was I seen y'all having some facial expressions. Did anyone else want to get into this conversation or no?
I guess.
Go ahead.
I guess I have a question. So, based on your perspective, so the only way you would know a man is out of love with you is when he stops protecting and providing for you?
For the most part, yes. Unless he's, rich and he just has it like that. You know what I mean? If he's rich and he just has it like that, because men trick too. You know what I'm saying? Men do trick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not talking about rich guys. I'm just talking about...
I was just clarifying what I'm hearing.
But yes, to answer your question, yes. But like I was saying, Christina, you said you do well with the truth.
I did well with the truth.
So stop. So you said you did well with the truth. So, and I gave you a scenario, and you weren't accepting what I was
needed
saying.
more
Hold
to
on,
the scenario.
Because you know how women always are very adamant about, if he ain't 6 foot, if he don't make 100K, if he ain't this height, if he doesn't have this or that, out the door, if he live at home with his mom, blah, blah, blah. Well, let's say if men were just as honest as you women.
Okay.
And this is what it would sound like. All right, it would be like this. Okay, look, I only want you for sex. I don't want to take you out on no dates. I don't want to court you. Don't text me because I got other bitches I'm fucking. And if I'm with them and you text me and they see that shit, you gonna fuck up my flow. You know what I'm saying?
Now answer. Would you accept?
So
Real quick.
Okay,
real
but
quick.
then I have to further that
real quick.
because I'm trying to figure out what my benefit is.
Yeah, Christina, no.
Sex,
Real quick.
that's it.
Look,
Yeah.
That's all.
That's
Christina.
That's it.
Christina, what we're saying
Because
is,
you either taking a dick or you not.
yeah, no.
Sorry.
I'll say it another way, Christina. This is what we're
Like,
saying.
literally,
Yeah.
only the sex.
Yeah, just
That's
listen
it.
real quick. Listen to this. I'll say it a different way than he's saying it. Think about this. Every guy that you speak to, when I'm talking about the mystery factor, I don't think you understand. So I'll explain it to you.
Explain.
A man that is mysterious, right? What is about a mysterious? You really don't know what's on their mind. It's like, he comes around, the vibes is good, but he's maybe hard to figure out. I can't put my finger on him. This is why I'm like chasing his validation to figure him out. So a man that's mysterious, that creates that vibe, it creates that chemistry, it creates that glue. The woman, you don't know what you want. You think you know what you want, but you don't know what you want. Let me finish. The reason why you don't know what you want, because you're a woman. The man creates the vibe. So I know you got a lot to say, but just let me finish my train of thought, right? With the mysterious factor. What Ease is essentially saying here, if the man was honest, most men, we can't be honest. I mean, I would say most men, this is how we think. What Ease just said, that's what we think. This would be a man putting the woman into sex zone, meaning that he doesn't want a relationship, but he only wants sex from you.
Exactly.
Now, now that's the truth. Most men operate like that. Now, what we're saying is you can't handle the truth because most men have put you in sex zone, but they just been lying to you, right? They've been telling you and they've been taking you out to places and doing things, but they didn't want to take you out to Colmay and get you a nice filet mignon steak. They don't want to do that. They don't want to take you to these places and treat you well. They did it so they can have access to sex with you. That's the truth.
I believe in making men date you for a long time before you even have sex with them. So you're going to get to the truth regardless or not, because by month 2, you're going to be trying to figure it out because we ain't doing none of that. So you're going to be done, took me to this steakhouse, that steakhouse, took me to this trip, that trip. Trying to figure it out. You're going to have to be honest and say you just want to clap cheeks then, because we ain't going to get to that point.
That too, but you got to understand, there's some guys that got more patience than God. They'll do all of that, and
they just going to have to have it. And guess what? The ones that don't typically, they fall out of line. And I didn't have to give up and clap cheeks because
Christina,
they're going to fall out of line.
Do you have guys in your friend zone? Do you have guys
I have a friend in my friend zone, and he's been a friend since 9th grade.
Okay. Do you have what I mean by friend zone, right? Do you have guys that you talk to, right? And you text now and then, and you consider them friends?
No.
You have no guys like that?
No.
Besides one?
One, and we don't text. It's like more so he just had a birthday party, and I went to visit him for his birthday, and that's it.
So there's no men that you communicate with?
That I have a friendship, no.
Okay, so every guy that you communicate with, it's a potential dating situation?
Yes.
Okay. Now, out of the guys that you talk to out of potential dating situation, have you went out on dates with them?
Oh, Jesus. I don't really want to talk about it. They're not in my hometown, so no.
Okay, so yeah, you haven't went out on dates with all of them. But then there's some of them that you did go out on dates with.
No.
Okay, so fair enough. That's even better.
I'm very hard. I'm sorry. I'm very difficult.
Listen, that is totally fine. I'm just asking you these questions. So think about this. You have guys that you communicate with. They want to date you, but you hard to get. You don't got the time, so you're not really giving them that time like that. So they're courting you. They're communicating with you. And guess what? All of them want to have sex with you. I would consider those guys to be in friend zone, meaning that they're courting you, they want to date you, but you're not really giving them that same energy back because you didn't accept their date. So these are guys in a friend zone, right?
Right.
They are all staying in that friend zone position, communicating with you, texting you like good morning and all of that stupid stuff, right? And guess what? They want to have sex with you.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
As men and women.
Have they ever been honest and was like, you know what, Christina? Exactly what he said. Listen,
Yes.
I just want to smash.
No, they didn't say, I just want to
Of course
smash,
they're not
but
going to
it becomes a
you're not gonna
topic
let it
of
happen.
conversation that they want to. And I believe it.
Bro, you can't accept the truth is because
No,
most
I'm
men lie to
accepting
you.
the truth. I'm believing it. Like I said, it comes up in conversation, but it's not like that's it. Like that's all I want.
I would
from you.
say 95% of the men, I'll probably even say 98%
They're gonna
of the
fall
men.
off before they even get the chance anyway. So it's like
No, you do. Let me just finish. Like 98% of men that you ladies encounter, what's on their mind and what, if they were honest, would be sex first.
I believe
Like, we
that.
don't know if we
I'm
wanna
not
be in a
denying
relationship
that. I
with you.
believe 1,000% the man wants to have sex.
Okay, so there's a reason why the man isn't telling the truth. Because generally, not even generally, men don't tell the truth because they know that woman would disqualify them. That's what I'm saying.
I feel you.
So that's why they're gonna lie to you because you can't handle the truth. Think about it now. We're trying to give you the truth.
Right.
Listen,
I know that though. What I'm
Listen,
saying is that
we
that's just
have
not
no
the case.
intentions of smashing. So me and Ease can tell you the truth. Like we
No,
don't
I
care.
hear you. I hear you,
So
and I'm
that
accepting
also,
it.
Right, but what also you got to understand too is what guys would do is we'll play the part. Our acting skills will be Denzel Washington. We'll act like we want to be a man.
What about the men with good intentions?
I'll get to them, but let me just.
Like this is a bad intention man, but like I'm talking about the
You gotta let
good.
me finish.
The
though, so
man
I
with the
get
good
to it.
intentions, you only in one of them.
I'll get to that.
I
You just
just
gotta
want
let me finish.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not okay. Go ahead. Sorry,
Go
you
ahead,
said
Ease.
something.
And ladies, we want to get y'all perspective too. So go
Right.
ahead, Ease.
Let me just get to this.
Talk to
Like, don't get me wrong. There are guys that will play the part. They'll put on their best acting role. They'll be Denzel Washington and pretend to be the guy of your dreams. Meaning, they'll sell you a dream. They'll court you. They'll say they want to be your man, marriage, kids. They'll say whatever they have to say to smash. And once they get what they want and they're tired of it, they'll leave.
I'll accept
Most
that.
guys will not be straight up with you and be like, hey, look, I just want to have sex. So what I'm going to do to have sex with you is I'm going to lie to you. I'm going to say you look beautiful. I'm going to take you to that steak dinner. I'm going to take you on vacation just so I can have sex with you. Most guys would go that extreme because majority of men don't get sex, or it's hard for them to get sex. Now, you said, what about the men with good intentions? There are men with good intentions. It just depends on where he's at in his life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't get me wrong. There are guys out there that want a family, that would like to get married and settle down.
No, listen.
You know
There's
what I'm
men
saying?
with good intentions. You don't want those men. They work at McDonald's. They will love you.
Let
They
me
will
stop
look
taking
at
it
another
personal.
chick. So listen, they will love you. They will look at another chick. Every woman will be blind because all they see is Christina. But guess what? You don't want those men because you're not attracted to those men. So if you are prioritizing a loyal man, a man that won't cheat, you can easily find one. Actually, we can all go together with you. Let's go to McDonald's. We'll find one.
I don't have an issue with that, honestly. I don't have that issue, but thank you.
Fair enough. All right, Dan, did you see a link for the calculator?
I didn't check Instagram. I can check real quick.
Can I say something real
I'll
quick?
check Instagram, but check in the comments. Oh, yeah, you can say something. My bad.
Okay, you're good. So what I'm getting from this conversation is you think men are more sexual by nature. So do you think women are more emotional by nature rather than sexual? Is that like your opinion?
No, the woman's nature is sexual.
But do you think like if you had to compare both, like I would personally say I think men are more sexual than women. Would you agree with that?
Well, I mean, we would say if
I feel like
as
women
men
hide it, but more than men do.
Sexual,
But I think
what do
men
you
are
mean by
still-
sexual?
Like men are craving sex more than women.
Yeah, craving.
I think men.
Yeah, men crave sex more.
and I think
yes.
women crave more of an emotional attachment to somebody else.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, I forgot the second part of my question.
Go ahead. No worries. Take your time.
Give me a second.
Correlated. So you were just saying that. Do I think that the reason for this is because women prioritize emotions, men prioritize sex.
Like with this conversation, I feel like it's been mainly sexual. Is this conversation geared towards men or towards women? Like who are you trying to inform with this information? Because it is, I feel like, a lot about like the men's point of view or like what a man wants. Is this supposed to be geared towards like to inform women or to like?
It's to inform women. Yeah, I have 2 daughters. It's to inform women.
Okay.
So what I'm pretty much saying here is that Well, ladies, y'all not that special because if y'all was special, y'all would get the truth from men. But guess what? Men don't want to give y'all the truth is because y'all can't handle the truth. You want mysterious. You want a mysterious man, a man that's hard to figure out, a man that's going to make you feel the vibes, a man that's not going to tell you exactly what's on your mind.
My men that are listening, please don't become mysterious.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
like
You
that.
keep on saying that you don't because the thing is with this woman here, a woman like Christina, she doesn't want a man like that because then she won't
That's
be
not my
pedestalized.
era.
Well,
No,
let me finish my point.
First of all,
Let me
I
finish what I'm saying here.
pedestalize my man, so that's
You
not
pedestalize
this
your man?
way. I do. I'm very
Okay, so
submissive.
what I'm
Anything
saying
my
is-
man wants, I do.
It
Anything
doesn't seem
if
like
he
it.
wanted me to delete my Instagram, I would. I'm not
You would
ever.
delete your Instagram if a man wanted you to?
If my man wanted me.
If you're a man, so obviously you'd have to be in a relationship with that man.
it
But
depends
we're
on what it
speaking-
comes from. Like if he's insecure or like something like that, I'll turn it off.
Yeah, we're speaking before the relationship. So what I'm saying here is in the courting process, like that dating process, right? And if you want to know everything about the man, then you would have the leverage because you know everything about the man. This would make you have authority over the man because you know everything. You know the truth. So when you know the truth, when women know the truth, in most cases they use that truth against the man, like to disqualify the man or to expose the man. They do all of these things.
So if
what
the
I'm
man-
saying is what you truly want is this. You want a mysterious man. You don't really want to know the truth. You want a man to be able to make you feel the vibes, a man that's charismatic and stuff like that. That's what you want. You don't want a man to tell you exactly how he truly thinks.
I'm just trying to get
because
it
what
make
we
sense.
think is what he said. We want to smash.
So why am I wrong for disqualifying that man
No one said you're
if
wrong.
he's
You're not
honest?
wrong.
Okay, because you're like, you're gonna disqualify him if he's honest. Well,
yeah.
if he doesn't want a relationship, of course I'm gonna disqualify him because that's not what he wants and that's what I'm
And
looking
that's
for.
why men lie. That's why we don't tell you the truth because you will
But that's
disqualify
why women
us.
need to let these
That's the
men
whole
date you
point.
for months, and because they'll fall off. I promise you, a man is not gonna take you out for 3-4 months and you ain't doing nothing with him.
Some will.
Good for him.
Some will.
But honestly, they don't. And if they do, it's a good man. So I've never came across that.
He's a good man, Savannah.
The men that do what he's talking about will only date you 1 time, 2 times, maybe 3, maybe 4 if they think you slow.
Well, you're
but other
speaking
than
about
that, they're
the
not going to
man.
keep taking you
Think
out.
about this. You're thinking.
I'm
you're
trying to
saying-
give the women
You know-
some advice here on how to avoid men like that because
Well,
a man will
what we're
not continue
saying
to take
here
you out
is-
if he don't want nothing from you.
No, what we're
Like,
saying
that's
here is
just
that you actually should be more accepting of the truth, right? The thing is, you don't want to hear that. You're not accepting of the truth.
I am. Okay, so what am I not accepting?
Well, the one
Because I
thing
said
that
I would accept it,
yeah.
but he don't want a relationship, so of course I'm going to disqualify him.
That's why
You
we
don't wanna-
lie, Christina. That's the whole point. That's
get
why
that,
men
though.
lie.
I get that.
Because you just said you wouldn't accept it. So if I wanted to just smash you, just smash, nothing else, I would lie to you and be like, yo, I'm looking for something
I feel you.
serious.
Okay,
I
so
want
now look
value,
at this.
I
I feel
want
you.
kids.
I took myself out of it and just like grand scheme, I feel
Christina,
you.
That's
do
what
you
I'm trying- that's
think
what I'm trying to
that
say.
most men? Oh, Christina, do you think
boil
that most
over.
men you talk to?
About ready to crash out.
Do you think that? Look,
I'm so sorry.
no, you're fine. You're fine. Do you think that most men you talk to? All right, ladies, calm it down. Do you think that most men you talk to only want to have sex with you?
Only, not most. No.
You don't think most?
Yes.
I don't
okay,
talk to
so
a lot of
okay,
men.
guess what? Then you're delusional.
I think it
Because
depends
you
on
don't-
how
no,
well you
think
know
about
each
this.
other.
Okay, I take
ladies-
it back. All the men I talk to want to have sex. I'm pretty sure.
What I'm saying is you
do.
don't
Every man.
understand the male's
I'm
nature.
agreeing with y'all.
Do you think
Go
it
ahead.
depends on how well you know each other though? If it's a random man like online or like you just met them, obviously I feel like they're going to be more sexual, but I feel like if a man gets to know you and gets to know your emotions and stuff, they start caring for you more
I'll
than
be
just
honest.
sex.
Most
But they
men
still wanna
only
have
get
sex.
in
They still do
relationships.
prioritize
Most
that.
men only get in relationships for sex or to keep having sex with that woman. So that's how we operate. If you left us to our own devices, right? If you left men to their own devices, men would smash as many women as they want, as many women as they can, and not marry them or not give them any true commitment. That's what would happen. But if you left women to their own devices, well, guess what? They would try to find the best man because women, you're hypergamous. So you're looking for quality. You would try to find an NBA player, an athlete, someone that meets the height preference, the package preference. You would try to build a bear this nigga, right? That's what you would do. But us, we gonna be like, no, we'll take a 4, a 8, a 10. We gonna probably try to catch them all like Pokemon cards. Go ahead.
Is there something wrong with survival of the fittest?
Is there something
Because
wrong
it's
with
always been a
survival?
part of nature to find the best qualities of a person because you want to procreate.
Oh,
So-
no, there's nothing wrong with that.
So
We're not
that's
speaking
where
about
a
the
woman's
things that
standards
hypergamy
come
isn't
from.
wrong.
Is because it is kind of like a
No, you're right.
survival of the
okay.
fittest.
Yeah.
If I
Hypergamy
want
is
my
amoral.
children to have the best genes, so to say, I'm gonna look for a tall man,
you
an
women-
athletic man,
Yeah.
someone,
That's why you do
women
it.
should do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not I
All
don't-
of you,
that's
you guys
not me,
should
but
do that. Pick
that's
the
what-
best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But y'all make it seem like we should go for those short guys, the short kings.
Well,
No. The thing is, we're not coming after your preferences.
Right.
You can go with whatever type of man you prefer. You can get them. I was telling Dan to get that calculator so we can give you the reality.
He's still trying to.
Let me just land my plane. So we can give you the reality of, what like your chances of actually finding that man. So you have your preferences, then we'll put your preferences into a calculator and give you the reality of what
need
your
that,
percentage is of
'cause-
finding that man. You found it? Oh. No. We gotta bring it up. You got the link, so put it up there.
I don't need that.
But look, just ladies, just don't get. Obviously, you like what you like, but just don't get too caught up on height. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if the guy meets everything else, but he just doesn't like the height. Because remember, there's a lot of tall dudes that can't
Dan, send it
fight.
to me on Instagram, and then you can go to
But that's why I said I don't mind a
Fugazee.
5'8". Like I don't mind a shorter
but
person.
just generally speaking, I'm not talking, directly to you or you. Just in general, like anybody just watching, like women, just obviously get what you can get. It's okay to like what you like, but if for some reason the guy meets all your requirements, but he just doesn't meet the height factor, don't disqualify him. Because remember, there's a lot of tall guys that can't fight. You know what I'm saying? And there's some short guys. In the hood. Everybody that lived in the hood seen a short dude knock out the biggest dude out. So don't always get too caught up on height. You know what I'm saying? Just want to just throw that out there.
That's true.
No. It's already there. You can leave it there, Dan. Just leave it, and hit follow link.
I didn't think that.
No, go back to Facebook and hit follow link.
I have to sneeze.
All right, there it is. Now go exit out Instagram.
Look up at the ceiling.
Chat, we do it live. Okay, now we gotta bring up the calculator and get you ladies' preferences. Since okay, all right, so here we go. Is this a good one? Is this the CDC one?
This is the only one I found in the comment section.
Oh, someone put this in the comment section.
Yeah, should we shout them out or?
No, that's fine. All right, so this says what % of people in the United States meet your standards? Okay, so we're gonna keep it on men. All right, so Christina, do you want your guy to be obese?
No.
Yes or no? Okay, exclude. Keep it on no. Press no.
Yep.
And then, do you want him to? Can he be married?
No.
No.
No,
And then what age? What age range?
You want to exclude obese.
I mean, yes, exclude obese.
And yes, exclude married.
Yeah. Yes. Good job.
Ooh, y'all was trying to.
Now, his age range. What does age has to be? From the youngest to the oldest that you would
I'm
date?
29, so I would do
From the youngest to oldest.
27 to. You can leave it at 48.
Okay. And then what's his height preference? Do the shortest to tallest.
You keep it at 5'6" and take that.
You would truly prefer
dated
a
a
man
5'6".
You dated them, but you would go
I
back
was
to
happy
5'6"?
with that. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Keep it at 5'6".
5'6". Make that taller. Yeah, like at least 6'5". Yeah.
Okay, so no, let's do it this way. What do you actually
let's do
prefer?
this. Let's do it this way.
Let's do it just so she can.
Don't try to. Don't
No, I mean,
add
I'm
stuff
trying to say,
it.
what would you prefer? Not what would you settle with. I don't want to know what
I'm
you would
not
settle
settling.
with.
This is literally something I'm cool with.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm cool with this.
Dan, put the camera on her.
I'm cool with this. Okay, cool with it.
And now income.
Income. Honestly, if I'm being very honest, you can put that at 70K.
70K?
And what's the maximum?
Because I live in Rochester, it's very minimal there.
Oh, you're in New York.
All the way.
Honestly, just throw that thing all the way up. Because it's not a max, to be honest. I don't see it's no max for the height either. Just go ahead.
Okay, ethnicity.
Ethnicity. Oh, that's it?
What you mean? Oh, that's it. It's white, black,
Well,
Hispanic.
because black, and then, I mean...
You said that you prefer
others,
black
like,
men.
but
Dan
like,
put black. Dan
but
put
other
black.
because
No,
African...
it's all
there's
gonna be
Nigeria.
black.
Like, what? my taste is definitely outside of just black, but
Black
it's like
is
black
all of
skin.
them. It's all it's African
no, it's not.
American
They
and it's
gotta
all
put
black.
other. No, it's not.
No, other is like
There are multiple.
no. You don't put other. Keep it as
All
black.
right, keep it black, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's taking out everybody that's not African American.
I mean,
No,
you know
black
what?
as in-
Put other. Go back and put other.
90.
Because you're only at a
94.
0.9%.
Oh, you gotta go to. Why is it giving me women?
Other women that meet your standards.
Wait, you put gender as men.
Oh, go to
That's 'cause that's
female.
what-
Go to
Yeah, go
female.
back. Oh.
No,
you're
that's
right.
for men.
You're right.
Dan,
Oh,
keep
I
it.
said women the first.
My bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. Ladies, calm down. We got this. All right, so look.
I can't believe that because they're so
0.09%.
common, though. They're so common. That's what I'm saying. It's so common. Like
Ladies.
I just chose the shortest kings, the big range of money, and that's only 0.09. I
Ladies.
give it that, but what I'm saying is I run into that so often that's crazy.
What do you want to show?
No, hold up real quick.
At least 5'6".
Go back to the big
6'4",
screen,
in that price
then-
range. They're everywhere.
And
Like
take it off. Stop sharing that.
that's literally y'all.
Okay,
If
now
I could leave
bring
this
it up
building,
for me so I can see it.
Like that's everybody. Like
All right,
the
so
hell?
let's just read it to you so you understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it says that 0.09% based off of what you chose, a man that's 5'8" to 6'2", a man that makes 70K
Mm-hmm.
to what was it?
I bet they love to see this.
500K,
That's you maxed out.
right? So you maxed out. So that type of man, guess what? It's out of 164,977
American men.
American men.
Yeah.
Only it's
48,000.
it's a very, very small percent. You get what I'm saying?
I
So
get
the
what
chances
you're
of you finding this type of man, and we put black and we put other, the chances of you finding this man is going to be small. But guess what? You prioritize communication, you said. Not only do he got to have that, but he also got to have the ability to make you feel the vibes and communication and all of this other stuff. So he got to be charismatic. He got to be charming. This doesn't even include like that stuff. This only includes like the tangible things, the things that you can see and measure.
I just
and he
can't.
could have-
I accept it.
he could have a small
I accept
meat.
it. I accept it. But this is crazy, and it's just crazy to me because I encounter men like that so often that this is crazy. That I think it's like 9%.
So
I
look,
thought it was
you-
at least like 23%.
So you
Like,
encountered.
my bad.
So you encountered men from the height range of 5'6" to 6'5" that are black
Yes.
that make minimum 70K to
Yes.
now. The majority of
Bro,
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
simple.
I can take
If
myself
you
out of it and
encounter
agree,
those
but it's
men-
like there's
Yeah, the thing is this.
so often.
Christina,
you hang out with
encounter-
rappers.
I don't date rappers, but that was cute.
Christina, look, the thing is, you encounter these men, but none of these men you are dating seriously.
I am though. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I can
You
talk.
said that you're single. What do you mean?
I'm single. I mean, duh, because dating is not a relationship.
No, the truth is that you encounter these men and they just smash and leave you.
I'm not having sex. I literally just said that. So I mean, if
Dan,
they're
go
gonna
back to the other
linger,
screen.
if they're lingering until they do,
Yeah,
which they're
thanks.
never gonna, again,
All right,
they'll
fair
fall
enough.
off.
Ladies, anyone else wants to do this calculator before we close up
I'll do
with this
it.
one?
I'll do it.
You want to do it? Who else? Anyone over here want to do it?
I'll do it.
You want to do it?
I'll do
All
it
right.
too.
Oh my god.
Let's go with what's your name again?
Cass.
Cass. Let's bring share the screen again, Dan.
Is it
Yeah.
called Delusion Calculator?
Yes. Delusional
I'm
calculator.
accepting.
I'm
Totally.
delusional.
I guess so. I guess so. But
I encounter these men all the time. Yeah. You disqualify them or they
Before
smash
we
and
continue,
leave you.
look. Stay,
No, I
keep
don't.
the screen there. Men, right? Now in America, the majority of people in America are obese, so that's why that percentage went
I
down.
would believe that, yeah.
Exclude marriage. Hold on, stop. Exclude marriage.
50%, 49% of the population is married.
Yeah.
That's another
That's
reason.
why it goes down.
Age range, 27 to 48. Most guys don't reach their financial peak till they hit their 40s any fucking way. So at 27, he's not gonna be making no 100K and up. Fuck that. He's not gonna be making 80K and up. So that's another reason. 5'6" to 6'5".
The average height of a male is either 5'8" to 5'9".
Exactly.
Yeah.
The majority of guys, I mean, the percentage of guys that are 6 foot and above is very small.
Yeah, it's like
So that's
10%.
another reason why the percentage was 0.009. Ethnicity, you put other. First, you had black.
I mean, that's above average.
The majority of there aren't a lot of rich black men that live in the United States.
Sorry, it's 70K,
Most black
right?
people are living in
Is that
poverty.
rich? Is that rich?
Well,
90K,
rich
I
is
think,
subjective.
is rich. 90,
Rich is
100K.
subjective. But remember, the economy went up. It all depends on where you live.
That's why I put it at 70.
But you live in New York,
I
so
didn't
we're
even ask for
talking
rich,
about
did I?
you.
I asked for
You live in New
basic.
York.
That was
I'm from New
basic.
York. New York is expensive. 70K,
Yeah, 70K is
is
nothing.
basically minimum wage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's
So
go.
I
What's your
literally
name?
gave it grace.
Cass, let's move on to Cass and let's get things going. Cass, what's your preference? Would you want the man obese?
No, please exclude that. Yes, like exclude. Yes.
Okay, would you want
Does
the
that
man
mean
married?
they're currently married or like they
He's
have
currently
previously?
married.
Okay, yeah, exclude that.
All right, and what's the age range?
20 through I'd say like 35.
20 what?
20.
You can't go
Even?
down?
Yeah, I can't go past 27.
Oh, all right. It's probably because the income, maybe? I don't know.
Reload it or something.
Try putting the.
Yeah, reload it real quick.
Reload the thing.
There we go. And exclude obese and marriage. And now you said 20 what?
20 to 35, I'd say.
20 to 35. Okay. And then height preference.
5'5" to 6 foot.
Wait,
5.
you would take a guy that's.
I'm
Wait,
5'7", so that's not much shorter than me.
You don't try to increase your chances when if you met a man that's 5'5".
I've dated somebody like that, and I was really happy in that relationship.
So who broke up with who?
That was the one who got deported.
He got deported for a reason. Freaking Hector.
Oh my God.
Wait, did you have sex with Hector?
I don't want to.
So she didn't have sex with Hector, bro. Not 5'5". What is your what height do you prefer the man to be? Be honest.
Like around my height. I don't want someone super short or
Okay, so how
towering
tall
over
are you?
me either. I'm 5'7". That's
Okay,
why I'm saying
so
2
you-
inches below, and then like to 6'5".
2 inches
6'2".
below. You had a man and you didn't even give him sex that was 2 inches below. So we're not doing that.
I said no comment.
Yeah, nah, we're not doing that.
exactly.
So what we're doing here, we want to go with what type of man do you prefer?
What I
You're
just
like
said around my
ideal-
height.
You're like
Around my
ideal
height.
person.
Bro, put 5'8", man.
I'm 5'7". Put 5'7".
Put
Yeah.
5'7" for her.
5'7".
You're not taking a guy that's shorter than you. And then
Like
what's the max height?
6'3".
6'3".
I don't want someone towering over me.
I do.
And then income. What's the minimum income?
Maybe like 50K.
Okay. All right.
All the way. You can put it all the way if you want.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Whatever you want me to have.
That part.
And then what race?
Hispanic.
Black.
Oh shit.
Oh,
black.
she like black
Okay.
guys. All right, go black. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Oh my God.
Okay, your chances are up there, Bo.
Maybe I
It's
should
below
put mine
hers.
as black.
More up.
Yours is
A
way better
million
than
out
mine.
of.
Mine was
Yeah,
0.09.
Oh, really?
Maybe I should have chose black.
You did. You chose
I
black.
chose
and it was like
other.
zero.
I chose other.
No, the first time we hit black,
It took my black men out of it. That's
Well, the
the
reason why hers is lower is because she only chose black. Her percentage is lower than yours because she's
Hers is higher.
Mine was
Yeah, it is
0.09.
actually higher
When
than
you
yours.
chose black at first, besides
yeah, it
changing
was
the other, it
0.9
was
something.
9.4.
Yeah, it was higher.
So it
yeah.
was higher.
Yeah,
Yes,
my
my black
black.
men.
When you chose black.
Yeah.
But that's still less than
Trying to come from my
1%.
black men.
Still
They're doing their
That's
damn
still
thing out
less
here.
than 1% though. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
I was trying to encourage the black
Wait,
men.
but
Yeah, I
you
get
had a
that,
million.
but your chances, the whole
You had
point of this
a million.
calculator
$1 million?
is to show
No,
ladies
a
your
million
chances of
people.
finding that guy that
That
you
like
want.
fit in
Hey,
your
one mic at a time,
preference.
ladies. No
It's
talking. Go
very
ahead.
slim, so I should.
The whole point of this calculator is to show you that the type of guy you're looking for, it shows you the percentage of the chance of you are likely to find that guy. So for you, when you
It's very slim.
originally chose black men, it was 0.9 it was 0.94.
That was 100.
That's still less than 1%, bro. That's like what? Out of a million, that's more like a
It gave you the numbers. It was like
148.
Hers
All
is
right,
just
Dan,
over
stop
them.
sharing it.
Yeah.
Oh wait. One of y'all want to do y'all's? We can keep it up. Let's do Yeah, anyone want to do theirs on this side?
Don't back up now.
No, I thought one of y'all said it. Don't.
Sure did.
No, I want to hear which one. Which one want to go? Okay, go ahead.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
All right. So, can he be obese?
Heck no, I look too good for
Can
that.
he be married?
Heck no.
Okay, you're not gonna take a married man. And age range.
I'm gonna go 30 to 50.
Oh, dang, she gonna date a senior citizen. All right. I'm playing. Nah,
Hey,
50. Hey, you know.
he financially there.
Yeah.
That part.
All right, and then height.
Let's go.
She said 30 to 50, Dan. 30 to 50.
Let's go 5,
Put it down to 30, Dan.
30.
30, not 35?
No, 30.
Oh, it's
And then for height, let's go 5'8" to 6'6".
Yeah.
Income, let's go 100K to all the way.
And what race?
Other multiple.
Yo, delusional. You see this, ladies? Do y'all see? Y'all men out there, the guy. And look, this doesn't even include his personality. He could be a jerk and have all of these standards, meet all of these standards here, and you would disqualify him all because he's a jerk.
But also, let's just say the percentage was higher. I'll give you that. Let's just say the percentage was 80%.
Okay.
You think those guys are gonna be faithful and loyal to only just you? Because remember, hold on. A lot of you ladies want the same in a man. A lot of you ladies are attracted to the same kind of guys.
Stop sharing that.
And those guys that you guys are into usually have multiple women.
I was just about to
You know
say
what I'm saying?
that.
So let's say the percentage was high and you do get him, you're gonna share him. Are you willing to share him if you get that man? Yes or no?
A well sought after man has many options.
So are you willing to share that man if you guys got your preference?
No.
You're not going to share him.
I'm not sharing
Christina, would
him.
you share him?
No.
Cass?
Hell no.
Destiny?
My
Would you
standards
share him?
varied.
So even if you guys were to get your desired man, you check all the list, you guys would be sharing him.
Yeah.
All the guys that are rich right now, all the celebrities, Chris Brown, all those guys,
On a celebrity.
you'd be surprised how many women are okay with sharing a man like Chris Brown, Drake, Michael B. Jordan.
I'll take the dude at
But
McDonald's before I take that.
Can I ask a question,
I honestly
though?
will take the peace and quiet and like safe
That's
security.
not true because
I
if
swear to
you
God I would because
you wouldn't because you can now. So go ahead. You want to be in a
I have options.
relationship.
Please, we don't have to do that. But
Well,
what I'm
if
saying
you
is,
have
I will
options,
never
then-
choose someone being in a relationship with someone who's cheating. If I can,
No,
I
it
can have
wouldn't be
someone
cheating.
that's loyal.
What he's saying is that the man that meets your preferences, he's
It's gonna
saying that
have a
that
lot of
guy is
women.
highly sought after. So there's a lot of women. So if he's honest with you, like, hey, baby, it's going to be open on my end,
Right.
but closed on your end. But it's the guy that meets your preferences. You would still say no to that.
Could I ask
Delusional.
I could because I know what I want, and that's not what I want.
Okay, so
I
get the
don't
guy.
want
So
them-
why aren't you? If the thing is this, ladies, I'm gonna be honest. So y'all don't know what y'all want, and the reason why y'all don't know, you don't. You don't. You
It
are
took me a
not.
while.
Nah, let me
I'm in
finish
my
my
era of
train of
that.
thought. Just listen. Pick up some game a little bit. You don't know what you want at all. You're all over the place. Your answers are all over the
How?
place. You say that you prioritize loyalty, but guess what? I already told you. There's men out there that will be loyal to you. They won't even see other women at all. They won't even think about another girl. What I'm telling you is this. You do not prioritize loyalty. What you do prioritize is how you feel. Whichever man can manipulate your feelings to make you feel good and to make you feel happy, that's the guy that you're going to choose. And guess what? That guy that has that type of game, how did he learn that game? He learned that game because if he did it to you, he did it to other women. He learned that game from practice. He practiced with many women, went out there and courted multiple women, and he built up the skill to be able to make a chick feel happy and they don't even see any other guy. So if that guy can do that with you, he's doing it with other women. He's not loyal.
Can
I
I say
had my
something?
era where I would have went for a guy like that. I did. I'm grown now. I'm 29. I've been through it. I am at a point where I know what I want and I know what I'm looking for, and I have the right to vet people who come into my
You do.
DMs.
No one's
people,
saying that you
regardless
don't have
of
the right
how
to
much
vet.
money they make, how tall they is, this, that, and the third. I vet everybody the same. Now, if you want to do this, that, and the third, have at it. Go ahead, but that don't knock my other vetting that's going on. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that don't mean that I have to go for the McDonald's man because this man didn't do it. One will.
See, the thing is, men were very simple. We put women in two categories. If we can see a long-term relationship with that girl, she goes in long-term relationship zone. That's going to be a girl that's maybe not that promiscuous, maybe living a lifestyle that we can see and have a family with. Like, oh, I could have some children with this woman. I'm going to put her in relationship zone. The only other zone is then sex zone. Oh, okay, she maybe doesn't have that She may have a checkered past, or she maybe not have the career path that's my preference. So I'll smash this girl. I'll have fun with her. That's that zone. We got two different zones, and that's what we prioritize. So we're either prioritizing sex, which we'll have fun with these girls, or we're prioritizing relationship, where if this woman is adding value outside of sex, we'll give her a relationship. It's very simple. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. We're logical creatures. But with you, specifically you, because you've been talking the most, you say that you prioritize loyalty over everything. We give you the statistics. You did. You said that you wouldn't want a man that's going to cheat. You said that you wouldn't want a man that's going to have other women. You're saying all of these things, and guess what? I'm totally fine with your preferences. I have a daughter. Would I want my daughter to be choosing a man that's maybe not going to be honest with her? I actually want my daughter to have a man that is going to be honest with her, right? So I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, it's delusional, because you can get a guy that doesn't cheat, but you don't want those guys that don't cheat. It's very easy. Men are only as faithful as their options.
And most men have options.
Most men do not have a whole lot of options. I just gave you the statistics. A third of men is either sexless or haven't had sex within like a year. They're either virgins or celibate, right? So with that being said, there's many guys that you disqualify that would give you the world. They won't see any other girl, but you don't want those guys. You don't choose them. You only choose the guys that can cheat. You choose niggas that's 6'4", got hundreds of thousands in their bank account, and look like me.
Can I say something real quick?
I also have a question.
That's funny.
What?
Do you think that women that have close to the same credentials as the man they are after,
God bless you,
that man still has the same opportunity to cheat?
Okay, so do I think that a woman that has the same amount of options, or like money and status? What do you mean?
Money and status.
Oh no, he's still. So the thing is, money and status does not make the woman more attractive, because we're not complex. Like, you'll date a guy that maybe is not that handsome, but if he has that status, like he's well known, or he has money where you can see a future with him, he can have the ability to protect and provide for you. That man that's maybe like a 5 in looks, he goes up to like an 8 or a 7. But the thing is, with you, you can be a 7. And let's just say it's another version of you that's, got money and status. That's a 7. Is not gonna do anything. Your number doesn't increase.
Can you explain to me why?
Because men, that's just how we look at the world. You are not valued by your accomplishments. We are valued by our accomplishments, and we can see it very clear, because men have a burden of performance. Women don't share that same burden of performance, and that's because men were simple. We'll date a girl that works at McDonald's and give her the world, but Christina wouldn't give a man at McDonald's a chance. You know what I'm saying? But he'll be loyal to her. So It's complex.
Get out of here.
Also, another reason to add on top of that is another reason why men don't care about a woman's financial accomplishments, because
it don't benefit us. Your money is your money. My money is your money. So it's like,
because women won't take care of a man financially. Even when a woman makes just as much money as a man, she still expects us to pay for the date, pay for all the bills, pay for the vacations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like he said, my money is her money and her money is her money. So that's why we don't really care about how much money I make. You gonna give me $20? Y'all gonna give me $20?
I understand that.
You wanted to say something, right? Go ahead. What, he answered it for you?
I'd like to say something about your guys' conversation. So I think obviously like it's easy to get with like a bum from McDonald's because we're like, oh, he'll be loyal to us. But also I think it's natural because we're young to keep searching for someone who can provide both loyalty and what we want. And I don't think that means we don't prioritize both. Like I think we can still prioritize loyalty and what we want while searching for that. That doesn't mean we don't prioritize loyalty because we're not settling young.
You want marriage.
We want loyalty and then everything like we just put down. I think it's natural since we're young to look for both at the same time.
Go ahead.
I think in my opinion, that he's not saying you can't look for both. I think he's just saying the percentage of men you're going to find and what
So
you're
just
looking
saying
for
it's
is
like
extremely,
So you're saying it's
extremely
like
small.
improbable? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's improbable. So the thing is, women, you tend to look at what's possible, and men, we're like deductive problem solvers. We're critical thinkers. We look at what's probable.
I think
Like,
it's natural though for women to think like that.
Survival of the fittest.
I mean, we can say it's natural for sure, and I can
think
say
it
that
can
it's
work
natural,
out
but
sometimes for the best.
to think about, oh, it's possible.
Yeah, because instead of settling, there are those cases where women do not settle and they try, even if it's a small percentage, and they do get what they want. And I think it's that hope that
But
makes
it's a
women
very,
do
very
that.
small percentage of women that
but
get
I
what
think
they
it's
want.
that hope. Like that's why people buy lottery
So-
tickets. They know they might not win, but
So
I think
is
it's
it-
the
That's a
hope.
good analogy.
Yeah, so
about it.
is it? So that's a dumb way to think.
Right.
So think about if everyone adopt. Well, let's just think and have a logical conversation. If you adopt the thinking and the mindset of, well, I'm going to live in possibilities. Maybe I can hit the lottery, because literally her preferences was a man that's less than 1%. So finding that man is literally, it would be like hitting the lottery. Now, if you're going to live in possibilities, that would be delusional. And also that would be what you would call is like insane. Like if you keep on doing the same thing over, expecting a different result, that's like, no, you're a lunatic. So the smart person would operate in probabilities, right? Because what's probable? Well, the man, and we all know, we're not trying to get on your preferences or say you got to lower your
think a
standards.
lot of people do
but we're
do
trying
that.
to give you the reality of it. Like, well, you may need to think about your preferences.
Most marriages, I feel like they do settle, even if it's not what they wanted. Like most marriages do, like the divorce rate's really high. I think a lot of people do marry just settling, and then they're not happy, so they do end up divorcing. I think that does also happen a lot.
And another reason why we wanted to bring up that calculator, because most women miss out on a great man because he wasn't 6 foot, or he didn't make $500K, or he didn't meet your physical requirements. Because there are a lot of great guys, like Cooley said, that would treat you right, not have multiple women, marry you, and give you everything you want. But you guys are walking past Clark Kent every day, not realizing he's
Clark
Superman. You know what I'm saying? You guys are walking past Clark Kent every day, not realizing he's Superman. You know what I mean? So, we're not saying date a broke guy. No, every man needs to be financially stable to have a family and date, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with dating a guy that makes $80K a year. You know what I mean? It all depends on where you live. For example, if you have a guy that makes $80K a year and you have a guy that makes $200K a year, if you're not good at managing your money, if you're not good at finances, the guy that makes $80K a year could have more money than the guy that makes $100K a year or $200K a year. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about money management also. You know what I'm saying? The guy with $80K a year, he probably got money saved, car paid off, great credit. The guy making $200K a year, he probably barrel money.
Yeah, and
living
he's
paycheck to
saying that you
paycheck.
don't even know these things, but you would disqualify a
You know what I'm
band
saying?
based off of some income and stuff like that. But we got to move it on because we've been stuck on this combo for a little bit. We got word in box. She says, godless beings equals BG. Repent. Turn to Christ, ladies. So that's what GBs mean. We got JB the King. Season $5 says, when in a relationship, do you think it's okay to dress provocatively?
From the beginning or never at all?
Well, it says within a relationship.
Yeah, from the beginning of the relationship or never at all.
Well, it says just within a relationship. Once you get in the relationship,
Like in public?
is it ever okay for you to dress provocative? If you think yes, raise your hands. You say
I guess
yes?
it depends on the
You say yes?
severity.
No.
Okay.
When he's by himself, like we're
No.
going out together.
Why?
No, we're saying like it's in public. If you're in a
Oh, no.
relationship with a man, is it ever okay to dress provocative?
Oh,
How
when is it?
provocative.
I thought you meant like when and what timing of
Like
the
ass out?
relationship.
Like ass
That's
out.
what I was getting.
Oh, no. He's
When?
just saying,
When you're with your man, yeah, where would you want? Don't date a bad bitch if you can't handle a bad bitch.
okay, maybe it's a little bit differently. Let's word it this way. Okay, what about this? When in a relationship do you think it's okay to dress provocative? Okay, so let me look at the comments. How did he word it? Okay, it ain't no comments. Okay, you said never, and you were saying like,
Always. Like if you're secure, you're secure.
I'd say that.
Like don't tell me what to wear. Like
Okay,
I don't want to
gotcha.
walk out naked. Like, but I mean, if if I did and my man's beside me, like.
You know.
What about you? You think that?
I think if she's already dressing that way when you meet her, you shouldn't expect her to
No,
change.
she's not dressing that way. She's not
So
just.
it's like a new thing.
Let's just say you and your man go out and you decide to have your ass and titties out.
That's just a little weird because what are you looking for? I don't know. Unless that's like already how you are.
But you said that you would.
Okay,
you
so
don't want
when
a man to tell you how you
When I
dress.
misunderstood the question and I was like from the beginning or not at all, I
Yeah.
was saying kind of what she was saying. Like, did you meet me like that? Was I already dressing like that? So like, if I was already
don't
dressing
matter,
like
it's
that
just-
and you decided to date, that's how I was
no.
looking
That's
at
a
the
good question. No. So let's say no. I did not meet you dressing like a whore.
Okay.
And,
So
and one
provocative
night we
or-
go
okay.
out, you want to dress provocative. Is that okay?
I would make sure my man felt comfortable, but I would think that my man should feel comfortable because like I'm one of those people like if girls are looking at my man, like I like that, like because I'm leaving with him. I came with him, like that's my man.
Men
I
and
know
women
he
are
looks good.
different.
Yeah, but no, I'm
what
just
you gotta
saying.
understand is men are disrespectful. Like
But also, if I was getting dressed and my man like completely felt uncomfortable, it was going to start an argument. It was going to be the end of the day.
But you would
All
think
right, I
that that
change
man
my
would be
fit.
like insecure
But-
because he's like trying to control you.
No, I mean, I would change my outfit because I would rather not argue with my man over the outfit, but I would want my man to be secure in whatever I wear. And be like,
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's
you
my
would want your
like-
man to accept your judgment based off
know
of how you dress.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna make a bad analogy, like Cardi B and Offset, because like R.I.P. them right now. But
Yeah.
like how she would be in the club and he would be standing there, like, because like that's my girl. I'm taking her home. That's you know. So like I would think that like I would not like for a man to tell me not to wear that if he's like going with me. I wouldn't go out without my man because I don't want to do that.
Okay. There's a reason why in Islam they make women wear hijabs and cover up because there's something about the male's nature. Men, we judge women with our eyes. We fall in love with our eyes. Women fall in love with their ears. So when it comes to male nature, we have a natural proclivity to undress the woman. She could be fully dressed and we're still trying to undress her with our eyes, right? Now, if she doesn't have anything on, it's like, well, we don't got to do much. We ain't even got to have an imagination. Shorty, you're already showing it. Not only that, part of the way a man protects the woman is protecting her from herself because women, you live a very comfortable life. And the life that you live is based off of the things that men provided to you. And I'll explain. So your life is very privileged as a woman. You live in this first world country. All your rights is given to you by men. Men, we have this urge to have sex, but grape rates isn't high. Men aren't around here just graping women and stuff like that. Grape rates are very, very low. It's not prevalent. With that being said, you're protected. Men aren't graping and doing bad things because there's other men to put them in line. They know that they're going to experience consequences for their bad behaviors. Not only that, most crimes that's done is done towards other men by men. So what I say all of that to say you live a very comfortable life. You're protected, right? You're protected in this society. Now, are there exceptions to the rule and are, bad things happen? No, there are bad men and people do bad things, but I'm speaking in general now. But I say all of that to say when a man has a standard and says, hey, I don't accept a woman that's dressing like this. He's doing that to protect you from other men, just like we built a society to protect you from other men. So he's just doing the things that's natural in him.
I agree with the sense of, like I said, when it comes down to, I think that any relationship is a give and take. So you have to compromise in all senses in a relationship, which is why I'm not in one. That's not what I'm trying to do right now. So if I had
trying to dress how you want.
and I'm in a hoodie and jeans.
But also, like, just because a man tells you don't wear that also to make him insecure.
Right,
like Queenie said, he's just trying to protect.
No, I didn't say solely.
Because men don't care. I mean, how many times have you told a man you got a boyfriend? He said, you could be my friend. Like, men don't give a damn.
When strange men ask me outside, and by strange I mean like strangers. When men outside ask me like, do you have a boyfriend? I usually say I have a few, and they'd be like, oh, and they love that answer. They'd be like, oh, can I be the next one?
Yeah, because
like,
they know
that's funny.
They know that you're easy.
Right, exactly.
They want the easiest path to success.
Exactly.
But my point is, like, a man telling you what to dress does not make him insecure because he's protecting from other men. There are men out there that will still hit on you while you with your man.
It doesn't have to be that he is insecure, but I think
I'm telling you, it's not because it's never because he's insecure. It's because he's protecting you from other men. Because there are men out there who don't care that you have a man. There are men out there that will still try to talk to you while you with your girl. I was in the club years ago with my girl, and the dude tried to talk to her, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's a mix of
so like,
both.
why? So hold on. So why
man.
put your man in a position where he might have to fight another guy because he has no fucking respect?
He wouldn't. I wouldn't entertain the other. Me and my man would sit
That's
there and
not the point. The point. It doesn't matter. You don't have to entertain a guy.
I hope you broke up with that chick.
I said this was years ago.
Did you break up with her?
Yeah.
Good job.
But my point is, like, it doesn't matter if you're entertaining him or not. That's not going to stop the man from trying to talk to you.
I think if I want to go out and look good in an outfit that makes me feel like I look good, whether it's considered every provocative is an opinion. That's an opinion. So that's opinion based.
Provocative. Well, that's not an opinion because animals, donkeys and animals show their backside.
I'm not asking.
So what I'm saying is animals show their behind. So if a woman is going to show their behind, provocative is opinions, is based off perspective. No, it ain't based off no perspective. It's a very clear distinction. A woman that's dressing provocative is showing a whole lot of skin. She probably got her butt cheeks out. Well, guess what? Are you an animal? Are you a donkey? I don't think you're a donkey, so you shouldn't be dressing how animals would dress. Human beings, we are conscious beings, so we put on clothes. You get what I'm saying? Animals, they're not conscientious. Well, they're conscious, but they're not conscientious beings like how we are. So they're not looking at clothes. They just walk around naked. They got fur and all of that. We're human beings, sentient beings. So it's different. I think that women should, dress right. And if their man, says, hey, baby, I don't want you wearing that, I don't think that she should get upset. But if she does get upset, I don't think that the reason of, the man is insecure, it has nothing to do with his insecurities. Like
I never said I would get upset. I said the opposite. I said that if it was going to cause an argument with my man, I just wouldn't wear that.
But you would prefer that the man would just trust your judgment based off of whatever you wear.
I also never said that my judgment would be my ass cheeks hanging out.
Yeah, I know. You said that provocative is an opinion.
An opinion. Yeah, kind of.
I think it does depend on how you wear your outfit. Other people would think it's provocative to show your kneecaps, but we wouldn't consider that provocative. I think there are some cases where like religion or where you grew up does depend on what you think provocative is. Like when you said provocative, like I obviously thought of like ass and tits out, but like I feel like other people, if they grew up like in rural areas or Muslims, under religion, they would consider that, they'd take that in like a different stance.
Just some cleavage or just your body shape in general.
But generally speaking, y'all know what we talking about. Like if you showing, if your cheeks is hanging out.
Honestly,
dang, girl, what's going on?
I would take it as a bit of a red flag if my man, had no problem with me just going out and showing my body, because I am.
That's fact.
I am at that point supposed to be his, so why am I putting myself in public showing all my extremities that belong to him? That just gives off the opinion that I'm looking for something else. I'm broadcasting my body in hopes to bring myself attention, compliments, and whatever else. If I'm fully locked in with somebody, I should be expecting to receive those from him in the privacy of our bedroom, not from, Joe, Tom, and Tim.
I agree.
Fair enough. She said she couldn't have said it better. Okay, let me get to the super chats. Oh, you want something?
No, I'm clocking that tea.
Clocking that tea. When girls said, I'm like, what do you... the first time I heard that was that one chick with the red hair on the podcast. I'm like, what does clocking my tea mean?
Oh, yeah.
These young girls is funny out here. All right, cool. We got a great win. He sends in $20. He says, why is women wanting a 6'2", 100K man seen a preference in a man saying he prefers a woman with natural hair, little to no makeup, no fake lashes, no glued on lace fronts or basement BBLs, seen as being shallow? Okay, so he's saying, why women wanting a man why is women's preferences accepted, but men's preferences is demonized?
I don't think that men's preferences are always demonized. I think that some people have a hard time accepting that people have different preferences than what they look like and what they make and what they do. But a preference is a preference. Everybody's entitled to their own preference.
Yeah, but like, and I agree. But like on a societal level, we can't say, "Oh, girl, you big." That will be considered fat shaming. We can't say to black women, "Oh,
fact
your
is a
hair."
fact.
It's how you say it though. Like you can say you don't like that body type, but you don't call her that to her face. Like,
let me get to the point of both. So what I'm saying is, like, it's socially acceptable for women to shame men. They can be like, ew, I don't want short guys. Ew, I don't want broke guys. No one bats an eye. No one says anything. But if a man has a preference like, yeah, girl, you too big. I don't want that. That would be considered fat shaming. If a man has a it's not no such thing called broke shaming or height shaming. There's no such thing like that called. But there's a term that's called fat shaming. There's a term that's called, oh, you're talking about my hair, like in the black culture. Oh, you're talking about my hair. You're shaming me based off of da 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 da. There's so many things where it's totally okay for women to have their preferences towards men, but when men have our preferences, as a general societal standpoint, society, on the women's end, they tend to like demonize them and say, oh, he's shallow. You only want a woman because she's beautiful. Oh, this and this. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the bluntness of how the man will sometimes say it, because men are very direct.
So you're saying it's how it's being said?
It's how, because a lot of times they don't like how he said it, but if you say it in a different way as a woman to a woman, they'll appreciate it a little bit more.
I think women are more emotional, so they take it the wrong way when a man shames them, for example.
Women are way more rude when it comes to their preference about men. Yo, you 5'8", bye. Or how much you make? You only make $60K a year? Women are way more rude.
But women are emotional. So if a man is coming at me in a rude way, like we're emotional.
No, we're not even speaking about the get back. We're not even speaking about the get back. We're speaking about the straight up like women would disqualify men.
I'm an emotional being, and then you're gonna call me fat. Of course, I'm gonna be emotional about it. But if you tell me I like a more athletic build, or you're just not my body type, I'm gonna take that a lot better than you saying I don't like fat women. You get it?
Got you.
Like it's how you say it, not necessarily.
Yeah, but what I've learned from doing this podcast and having over 700 women on the podcast is not how you say it. It's just what you said. Women don't women don't take L's good. No, I don't think it depends on the person.
It do, because if you're ignorant, you don't accept it. But
I don't even think it's about that. Let me finish my
accept,
point. I truly think that women do not like taking L's. The reason why you don't like taking L's, generally speaking, not even generally speaking, I'll say all 6 of you ladies at this table, you're not good at taking L's. And you know why you're not good at? Stop it. Let me finish speaking. Why when I speak, I can't get a sentence out? Listen, you know why you're not good at taking L's? Is because guess what? You hardly ever took them. Most guys cater to you. Most guys give you compliments. You get all of this free attention all the time. Guys complimenting you. Guys in your inbox asking you to take you out. Guys in your inbox asking for feet pictures or something. You get some weird guys, right? So you get all of these compliments. You barely get rejected. And you know why you don't really get rejected? Because guess what? A lot of those men lie to you. You think that they're telling you the truth.
But you don't think that
lying to you. Let me finish.
You don't think we shoot our shot. So that's just because I have people that come at me don't mean I don't shoot my shot and I don't get rejected. So some people
have you ever been rejected?
I have been rejected before.
Okay, and how did you take your rejection?
Moved on to the next one.
You just moved on and you shot
what
your
am I
shot?
supposed to do?
Explain. I want to hear it. I don't believe her.
I'm dead ass.
All right, so go ahead. Paint the scenario.
I actually have the message if you want to see it. And I actually said I'm shooting my shot. Anyways.
Okay, but you DM'd him first.
No, we were like chatting.
Well, no, wait. That's totally different. Yeah, he already built the. So look, that's what girls be lying. Who DM'd who first? Don't hit the mic. We need to hear you.
I can't remember.
Go get your phone. We want to see it now.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Look, because you was about to lie.
Okay.
You ain't never approached a man.
Okay, the thing is, he approached me and it died down. The conversation died down. But then, like you said, you recognize good people, right? So I recognized the type of man he was, and I was like, whoa, not letting that get away. So I reached out, DN was shot my shot. That's what I'm saying. Like, it happens. How is that a lie? How is that a lie?
Listen,
How is that a lie?
Hey, listen.
How is that a lie?
All I'm saying
he reached out, the conversation died down, and I was like, no, I'm going to circle that back because I saw some value.
That isn't shooting your shot. That isn't shooting your shot. The thing is, what happened was this. he slid in your DM and it was some cute communication. The reason why I didn't get nowhere because either someone else was clapping your cheeks or another man, you was giving another man all of your attention. So then when you lost access to another man, you tried to double back on the brother man.
No.
And then he was like, chick, I don't want you anymore.
No.
The clock ended.
I was working on my vetting skills, and my vetting was very hard still. And I realized, oh shit, maybe I should relax a little bit
Vetting
on
skills
this one.
is someone is smashing me right now, and
No,
you're not
nobody
that
was
interested.
smashing.
My
Nobody was
mind is
smashing.
somewhere else. So, hey, that's what it is.
No, I was just dead vetting, and I was like, okay,
Okay, fair enough. We got more super chats in here.
I'm gonna just start.
No, you're good. This is just a conversation. We're not picking on you. Everybody's, you know what I mean? Don't get your panties in a bunch. It's okay. We got Wick Dreams says women want honesty until you are honest with them. That is true. She says she wants honesty, but they don't really want honesty. We got Pro HR says tell Cass she's the best lady ever from Harry. Who's Harry? Oh, Harry clapping cheeks. Shout out to Harry.
Who's Harry, Cass?
Hey, Harry.
No, who's Harry?
No comment. That means he's
donate
clapping
money?
cheeks, chat.
Yeah, he donated.
Chat. Harry's
$2. He was cheap.
Harry's clapping cheeks.
No.
Oh, Harry sound like a white guy. He's white or black?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he not clapping cheeks. You like black guys. Yeah, Harry, listen.
Oh,
message to Harry. Harry.
Oh, he's friend zoned. He's friend zoned?
Harry, listen. Ease. Harry, pay attention. Camera close. You're watching this right now, Harry. Just know. What's your name again? Cass?
Cass.
Just know that Cass already admitted to the public that her preference is black guys. Tall black guys at that. She wants to get bodied by a big black Jamaican or African or a nigga that probably look like me.
Or Dominican.
Or this nigga. And guess what? A white boy isn't her preference. Not only that, Harry, the fact that you're communicating with her, she definitely got you in friend zone. And man, you saying that she's the best thing ever lets me know. Unless you're gay, Harry. Is he gay?
I'm not commenting anything about this.
Is he gay? Yes or no? That's a
I'm
good.
not
That's bad. Is he homosexual or
No,
not?
he's not a homosexual.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
listen, Harry.
And he sent money to leave that comment?
Harry, listen. You are not a homosexual. So this means that you're in friend zone, buddy. She's smashing Derek. That's a black name, right? Or Jamal.
Jamal. I like Jamal.
Jamal. You like Jamal better.
Yeah, because
she's smashing Jamal right now, and Jamal ain't leaving no room for you, Harry. Put it like that.
Why are you assuming that everyone just is like? Why are you not assuming that that's like my friend or why? I'm just confused. It's always sexual.
Men, I'll let you know something. If Harry truly thinks that you are the best lady, he's probably thinks that you are fairly attractive. And men, we're simple creatures. When we find a woman that's fairly attractive or maybe not even all that attractive, if it's a dry Saturday night, it's a high probability that Harry would smash. Now, guess what? Harry thinks that you're attractive, so he would definitely smash if you gave him the opportunity. Actually, Harry, you want to call in and be honest with Cass?
Yeah, Harry, call in.
No.
Yeah, we can give a number and you can call in. And we want to know your true intentions, Harry. But Harry, you gotta keep it no Fugazee. We know you want to smash, but you should be honest with Cass and let her know you just trying to tap that. If I cuss, that would have rhymed. You know what I mean? It's ASS. But anyways,
Harry be buying you stuff?
I said I'm not commenting on that.
No, do he buy you
buying
stuff?
her stuff?
Oh, that's a good one. Do he buy you stuff? You can answer that one.
I'm not commenting.
But you can answer that. Go ahead.
He be buying you stuff?
I prefer not to.
Okay, so that means yes.
Chat,
Anything that she doesn't say yes to,
It's a yes.
It's a yes. Yes.
I wasn't gonna answer about the homosexual thing though, and that doesn't mean he was gay.
You just said he's not gay. You just said he's not gay.
Okay, so he buys her stuff.
He definitely buys her stuff.
Or he bought something. It was only $2. That wasn't much.
He be giving you rides and
Harry,
stuff?
look, Harry, send in another comment.
Rides.
Let
He
us
be
know
giving
what's up,
rides?
Harry. Harry, you watching us right now live. Let us know if you be simping on her, if you purchase stuff for her. All right, let's go to the next chat. We got okay, he sends in another one. He says, I'm white, y'all. I'm cooked. I've been talking to Cass. Oh, you confirmed it.
Oh my God.
Cass.
Cass, someone's talking to you. chat.
Oh, you confirmed it. Oh. Listen, Harry, we already know what's up. I told you, brother. He just confirmed. He says, I'm white, y'all. I'm cooked. I've been talking to Cass. So he's been talking to you, meaning like trying to get to know you, trying to see what's up. But you got him in friend zone.
And now he knows his people.
Damn. Somebody in the chat called him Harry Simpson. Yo, chat, I like that. Harry Simpson is funny.
Harry Simpson is over for you.
He got disqualified.
Shout out to Changed Ways.
Yo.
Got disqualified.
Harry Simpson
Harry,
is done.
move on, bro.
Disqualified.
Bro.
Harry, move
Harry,
on, bro.
if you don't move on right now, text another girl now, bro. Stop watching and DM at least 10 girls, bro. You got to get your pipeline up, dog. All right, we got
Oh man.
we got from downtown says hence he treats me right. Okay, fair enough. We got JB the King says, ladies, stop listening to respond and listen to understand. Shout out to you, Cooley and Ease.
Word.
Yeah, man. A lot of ladies just be listening to, to respond. Especially Christina, but it's all good. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. I'm teasing you.
Don't get the great debaters. Please don't.
We got Teddy Roosevelt, the GOAT, sends him $5. I'm gooning right now. Tell bro with the twist to keep talking. I'm almost done. Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, gooning. Yeah, now gooning is yeah.
I thought that was mean like you're jerking your shit.
Yes, they're jerking off.
That's what he said.
Gooning means you're jerking your
gooning
shit.
means multiple. Yeah, like
Oh, it's a chick. Yes, a chick that said it. It's a chick picture.
God.
No, it's a picture of a black guy with a white.
Yeah, gooning means
don't know
like
what
to
this
obsess
is.
or maybe to like masturbate over someone.
Yeah.
Like for example, like if I like Christina, I'm like, yo, I'm gooning over Christina right now. Like
I never heard that.
I always heard it as like I'm jerking off.
it means like
That's weird,
obsessing
bro.
or jerking off to. Yeah.
Teddy.
Can we ban that
Yeah,
guy?
Teddy Roosevelt. That's crazy. Homie, don't play that over here. This is a heterosexual podcast.
I'm just confused
The
about
gays.
this
I
conversation.
mean, I'm not saying that you're not allowed, but it's like, yeah, man, we don't do that over here. Or it could be a woman
The camera's
because it
been
is
on
a
y'all
picture
most of the
a
time, so he's
woman
getting
and a
into you
man.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think it's a fake picture because I think that's a picture of AB, Adrian, and that one TikToker girl. I don't know. But anyways, he sends in another chat. Harry says, "Guy with the twist, do you like rose toys?"
It's a vibrator, bro.
Oh, these niggas is gay. Okay. Okay, this Harry again. Look, this Harry again. Harry says, "Daddy twist makes me bricked." Is he gay?
Is he gay?
Is Harry gay?
Yes, brick means hard.
I did not
Is he
think
gay?
so.
He's talking about him.
I'm confused.
I guess
Hey.
he likes you.
He might
No.
be gay.
We don't play that around here. Hey,
Yo, Cass.
the moderator.
Cass, you need,
Please confirm.
yo, Cass, you need to be honest.
Ban
Is
the
he gay or not?
gays.
I don't know him that well.
Have you seen him? Have you hung out with him?
Yeah.
Is he gay?
Not from my knowledge, but he might be for
You know,
you.
they joke
Yeah,
around.
homie don't play that.
Crazy. Joke around like that.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
homie don't play that.
White men are on.
We got Judge Me Not. Sends in $5. This is a woman. She says, "What lessons have you learned from your past relationships, and how have you grown from them? Ask them to reflect. And what's up with the 3-inch nails? Who got 3-inch nails? Oh, dang. Pretty out here.
I'm a nail tech. If you missed the beginning, I'm a nail tech. So that's my job. So I like people to ask. So thank you.
Fair enough. A marketing strategy. Judge Me Not. We'll get to your question in a second. We got Jamal. Jamal is crazy. That's my government name. I see you. We got Joshua. Sends in $2. He says, "Cass buying the wardrobe." Cass buying the wardrobe. I don't know.
Buying them an outfit?
It means like And he got like an old face, like, I'm not sure.
You buying?
You know who this
Henry's
person
Virgil?
is? Joshua. The last one.
It looks familiar. Cast by. What does that mean though?
I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what it means.
You talk. So what's up with Harry?
What's up with Harry?
I'm confused. I'm just as confused as you. I'm confused about that call.
So how can we don't want to acknowledge Harry then when we brought him up?
On live?
Yeah.
Online permanently.
Harry tried
no,
to
thank you.
expose you. What's going on with Harry?
What's doing with Harry?
I don't need to answer. I said no comment.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Harry. Yeah, no gay comments, bro.
And I'm just a little confused about.
He was already timed out. Somebody timed him out.
Someone said, let Harry call in. Harry, you can't call in. I'll give you a number to call in.
I actually do not consent to that.
Oh my God.
We get. Wait, you said what?
He's bricked up.
He said, please don't.
He said, don't have him call in? Oh, it's probably like some weird stuff. Yeah, we ain't having. He sounds like a troll or something, right? Yeah, we ain't gonna have Harry call in. That was Uncle.
Yeah, text me the reason.
Saying weird shit. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a lot of weird stuff that's going on in there. But okay,
Being
ladies.
zesty.
I guess judge me not. We're gonna hold your question for later. Any questions, ladies? No topics and anything that y'all want to speak about? No? You sure? Okay. All right, I guess we can get to judge me not question. Hold on, let me see what else we got. Okay, go ahead. Here's a good question though. Start with you, because you haven't been talking a lot. And it's your birthday. You the birthday girl.
Happy birthday.
So would you rather give up your right to vote or give up your right to an abortion? Yeah. Would you rather give up your right to vote or give up your right to have an abortion? Speaking of Mike for me.
Both.
Okay, so you'd rather give up your right because you want to kill babies. All right, fair enough. What about you?
I'm giving up my right to abortion.
You'll give up your right to abortion. What about you?
Right to abortion.
Okay, so you'll give up your right to abortion because you would rather want to vote. All right.
Yes.
What about you?
Vote.
Dang, you want to kill babies still. What about you?
I would give my right for an abortion.
You would give up your right for an abortion.
If you give up your right for an abortion, you can just vote to get abortions back.
Exactly.
Well, it's either or. So it's like this question is like a or B. So it's like if you give up your right to an abortion, you can no longer have the right to abort, but you can vote on other things rather than abortion. Okay. So it's like a hypothetical. I know that in the real world, yes, but in this hypothetical scenario of a question, it's either or. So what would you choose?
Probably an abortion, yeah.
Okay, so you'll give up your right to an abortion. So then there's two ladies on the panel. You two said that you would give up your right to vote because you want to have an abortion. Let's start with...
It's not what I said. I didn't say because I want to have an abortion. I said because I would choose the right, just because it's my body. So I feel like my vote counts less because I'm not the one counting the votes. I don't get to see like the count of the votes. And
okay, that's what I want to know. Why? Why would you give up your right to vote?
But I know that like I always want to be in control of my body. I don't think that if I got pregnant, I would ever get an abortion. But I don't ever want to be told that something that is a choice for my body, if I was going to die, if I was going to become unhealthy, if my baby was going to struggle and I knew like
that's rare scenarios with cesarean
No.
sections now. No, it is very rare. Women in the United States, it's very rarely do they die from because they're pregnant. Because prior to C-sections, when the baby was flipped maybe upside down or the hips wasn't wide enough to go through the canal, prior to C-section, that invention that men created, it would be a lot of complicated pregnancies, and the probability would increase of the woman choosing either to have the baby or to die.
If I was to have a baby, I would never have it in a hospital either, though, because men also decided to put women in the like most uncomfortable position possible to birth the baby, like laying on your back. Imagine like you had to take a shit, why would you lay on your back? You wouldn't. Like, that's like impossible to like push. That's like super painful and uncomfortable. So I just don't agree with like the whole, like all of that. But I just wouldn't want the right of like me being able to choose if I felt safe, if I felt financially ready, if I felt mentally stable, if I felt any of those things. I wouldn't want that to be taken away. And I feel like I do vote. Like, I appreciate my right to vote. I'm glad that women.
But you would give that up because you want the right for bodily
less,
autonomy.
I feel less in control of where my vote goes versus what I do with my body to save or make myself feel comfortable. I don't think I would ever get an abortion. I don't think I ever would. But if I got told like this, or that, like A, B, or C, it would be better for you to do that for your health or for the baby or for whatever. Obviously, I understand.
Yes. Now, since we're getting deep on this conversation, there's so many things that you would miss the opportunity to vote on that's very important for your body, for your health, and so on and so forth.
In my state of Pennsylvania, I'm not either of the major political parties, so I actually miss out on a lot of the voting anyways. I can't vote in any of the prelims or a lot of the smaller elections. I actually don't have the right to anyways because I don't put myself in one of the major political parties. I'm a liberal, not a Republican or Democrat. So like prelims and all that, I don't get to vote in. I can only vote once the candidate's already chosen. So that's when I get to vote.
Oh, what do you mean? Wait, what are you saying? You're saying that you didn't select any party?
In Pennsylvania, I'm not a major political party.
We're in Pennsylvania.
Exactly.
Yeah, so what other, there's only two political parties. What are you talking about?
No, there's not. There's Democrat, Republican, Independent, Liberal, a bunch of...
Well, independent. Yeah, that's... Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. So you're pretty much like an independent voter, or you're like listed as one of those liberal things or whatever.
I don't get to vote.
So you don't get to vote in those other ones because they're not there.
The elections that really matter to me, like the smaller ones that I educate myself on, I don't get to vote in because I don't want to be one of the major political parties. So you still vote. Like there's always that would be still untrue because have you ever voted? Even I'm in Pennsylvania. This studio's in Pennsylvania. So even in the smaller local elections and stuff like that, there's always independents. There's always other subgroups that you can always vote for. Now they may not be big. They may not ever have the potential to win, but you could still vote for someone other than Republican and Democrat. Yes, once it gets to the larger election. But in the preliminary elections where they choose the candidates, that it's a closed election. So
got you. So you're saying that when they're choosing the candidates,
the Republicans and the Democrats,
but in the bigger but still in the bigger elections, you don't care about those. You care more about the local ones. That's what you're saying.
And that's what I don't get to vote in, and I don't want to.
So that means that you would just choose the right to abort your child.
I feel like my vote doesn't count very much. Got it. So you would choose the right to abort your child. So it doesn't feel very personal to me, but the choice over my body feels very personal to me. So I wouldn't want to lose that.
Okay, that feels very personal to you.
Mm-hmm.
I get the logic, but it isn't logic, and I'll explain why. Right. Okay. So if you would choose the right to abort your child over choosing the right to vote, which I stated that
I don't think that I ever even would.
You just want the choice.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. So you want this choice to do something that you don't even think that you would do the choice anyway. Mm-hmm. It's illogical.
Okay.
So why would you not choose the right to vote?
Because I like to have my choice.
You won't even make that choice anyway, you just said. So why would you not choose?
I've never been in this situation. One of the first questions you asked me, you asked me first.
Yeah, this is why when women speak, it's like, wait, what? You wouldn't even... All right, never mind. Okay. And where'd that other chick go? I want to know her answer. God dang, she left. She escaped before I got to her.
I do have a question for you. Mm-hmm. Do you think the rate that women are promiscuous in this state of age, if it were to lessen, do you think that would have an effect on abortion?
I don't think that anyone should just go and be reckless and abort a baby, but that's my opinion, and I would never take that choice from that person. I would also never judge them because I will never be that person. I'll never live your life or you know. I do think that people in general could make better choices. I think male birth control is a super easy and efficient thing. I think condoms are super cheap and easy to have. I think there's a lot of things you can do to avoid it, which is why I've never had to be in the situation to have an abortion. So if it ever came down to it and they were like, hey, this is going to really affect your health. I'm a pretty small girl. If they were like, hey, this just is going to fuck your body up, I would maybe make that choice. But I don't know. I've never had to. But to just not be able to make the choice, that scares me. Like, that's very dystopian.
But yeah, but then there's so many choices that you would lose out on because you wouldn't choose the right to vote. You said
already
that. Well,
told you, though, that I'm not allowed.
It's still illogical anyway, and I'll explain again to you why it's illogical.
Mm-hmm.
You are choosing to be in that specific party of maybe a liberal or
that's my choice.
Once again, that's your choice. But with that choice excludes you from voting and having choices as far as in being choosing a Democrat or a Republican. So you're still suppressing your choice over another thing that's suppressing your choice as well.
I don't think I'm suppressing my choice. I think I'm making the choice that I agree with the most. I don't think that choosing to...
Well, you just said that you don't even know, you don't agree with the choice to abort babies because you said that if you even had that choice, you wouldn't even do it.
I agree with the choice. I said I don't think I would because I don't think I would ever be in a position to get pregnant by somebody that I wouldn't have a baby to. I wouldn't let myself get there. Like, I'm not... Now, if I got raped or something happened crazy... Probably, yeah. I wouldn't want that reminder.
I think if a woman gets raped, and this is my opinion, but if I have 2 daughters, God forbid the worst thing like that happened, I would still want my grandson or granddaughter to be here. Because at the end of the day, there's a scripture in the Bible that says that even if your family or your friends, your loved ones forsaking you, God would still be there for you. And at the end of the day, if something like that terrible happened to my daughter, half of that individual is my daughter. So that means that he's still part of me, my bloodline. So I would still want that kid. That's just my perspective, though. So, I mean, we speak about those things, and a lot of you women have a very anti-natalist point of view and a very nihilistic point of view. So if something bad happens, it's like, oh, well, just forget it all. Throw it all out. But anyways, let me get to these super chats because they're piling up, and we may have something here because Joshua Barenko, I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyway, Joshua, he says, I'm about to expose. Hi, Cass. Uh-oh. He says,
bro.
Let's go to this next super chat. He says in $10. He says,
wicked.
He said, would you be, this is just a question though. He says, would you be able to live with more than 2 husbands, question, or what if you can have a millionaire man with 2 or more women, like in other countries? Okay. So that's just a question. That's not a question specifically for Cass. That's a hypothetical. We'll get to that question in a second. Let's get to this other super chat. We got, because you ain't exposed anything, Joshua. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
At least he's spending some
We got Kingdom Air says, sends in $10. Appreciate the support. He says, don't sleep with Peanut and Pookie, and you won't have to worry about an abortion. True. You have the key to sex, ladies. That is very true. You don't have to worry about an abortion at all if you don't sleep with the wrong men.
Yeah, I think that's what I said.
Yeah, you were saying something similar to that.
Yeah.
But we were speaking about the choice. Like, you would choose that over the other. And truthfully, how you explained it, you would have more. If you are prioritizing choice, you would have more choice if you chose to vote, if you picked voting. That's what I was saying. Because think about it, even if you accepted to choose to right to abort, you may not even utilize that choice anyway, because you just said that you doubt that you would ever even abort your kid if it came to that. So it's
correct. So if I have the right, that means that other women have the right. So like, I think that...
No, we're just speaking about you.
Okay.
Yeah, we speak about you.
I don't think the world revolves around me. Unfortunately, I would love.
Well,
it to.
I think that you do think that the world revolves around you because the question was specifically to you. But it's okay. It's okay. She out? Yep. Oh, okay. You leaving?
Yeah.
Bye. All right. Bye.
So nice. Happy birthday.
Thank you for coming.
Happy birthday. Have fun.
Thanks. We're losing one. Okay, and then we both said, sends in $10, says, they talk like their bodies don't belong to God. Who are these people? Okay, fair enough.
My body.
All right, you know what? For
You ate.
Joshua's like,
The hell? Who said that? Wait, what time?
No, that was Joshua's questionnaire. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Joshua, I'm gonna go ahead and save your hypothetical question for the next show because we are going to go ahead and wrap up. Let's do last thoughts, ladies, or last questions. If you have any last questions or last thoughts,
I have a thought.
go ahead. Let's hear it.
Do you guys ever have a show where you focus more from like the women's standpoint on relationships? Because this does seem very focused from the men's standpoint. I just think it'd be interesting to see like your guys' opinions on like our view of what we see in like the relationship world.
Yeah. The reason why there's plenty of podcasts that focuses on the women's point of view and how the women speak. And guess what? They don't do good.
I was just wondering if you guys would do that. I thought that would be interesting
I'll
to
answer
hear.
the question. I'm telling you, they don't do good because women, you're not that interesting.
Yeah.
You're not that interesting. So like what goes on in your mind and what you want to speak about is normally nonsensical and it doesn't like add up to anything. So when women speak, you don't give any descriptional truth about anything because you don't really live in truth. You live in delusion for the most part. So on this podcast, at least you get some descriptive truth. You get some stats and some statistics. You get a perspective that's rooted and grounded where you can take it and utilize it like, dag, Cooley says some things that I may not agree with, but man, it holds some weight. And when you get women on a podcast that just want to speak about how they feel, well, feelings don't do anything for nobody. Feelings is a you problem. Men, when we speak and how we conduct the conversations, it's to speak about things that you can use to improve yourself.
I don't think that's fair to say, like, in general, like, women this and men that. I think it's situational.
I mean, just look up YouTube and the women's podcast.
I don't think all of them would be like that. I know there's a lot of very intelligent women who would have, like, a very good conversation.
But what we mean is they have conversations about feelings.
Because, like we said earlier, women are more emotional and men are more sexual. That's our side.
Well, think about it. Well, has feelings ever helped you solve a problem?
They can.
No. Let's just think about this logically. If you had a choice to operate in logic, to think about something, or if you had a choice to operate in feelings, which one would help you solve a problem?
Situationally, I feel like
feelings aren't fact. Feelings aren't fact. Feelings can
feelings.
change. Fact does not.
Yeah.
Normally,
so what we're saying is these conversations are based off. Well, no, we're just having think about the beginning of the podcast. I was talking about sizes and stuff like that because we were reacting to videos. That wasn't like anything too logical and stuff like that. But then when we start to conduct and think about it, usually when I think it's like Call Her Daddy is like a pretty big podcast, but it's very sexualized. Like in those type of podcasts, some women watch them, but more men watch them because women be sexualized themselves or they're speaking in this sexual way. So some perverts will want to tune in. But generally speaking, YouTube long format content is for men. Like most of the people on YouTube, it's like 70% of users or 80% of users on YouTube are men. And men, we want to listen to things that's like to solve a problem. We don't just want to listen to like feelings like, oh, well, I feel this way about this. Like, that's cool, but like...
I am going to school to be a psychologist, so I guess that's all very interesting to me.
And that's
obviously.
why I said, like, usually in psychology, it's normally a useless degree unless, like you said, you want to be...
but it's about mental health.
Yeah, but like therapists and stuff like that, therapy, it's... The thing is this. So when it comes to therapy and psychologists and stuff like that, for the woman's mind, you'll get some comfortability in just speaking about the problem. You don't even have to speak about solving a problem. You'll get some comfortability and it'll soothing your emotions by just someone listening to you speak. And that will like maybe just soothing your emotions. That wouldn't solve your problem though. You'll still continue those same emotional ups and downs and roller coasters, usually. Men, we operate from a standpoint of, well, we are deductive problem solvers normally, and we're looking for someone to solve our problem rather than just listen to our problem. So a man going to a shrink and talking to a guy generally isn't that helpful for a man. But for women, it isn't even helpful for them, but they'll keep on going back to that shrink because it's like, oh, you're listening to me and you feel some type of comfortability in that. And men, we find if we don't have any if we don't get any utility out of something, it's useless for us. But for you, if you don't get any utility out of certain things, it's totally fine.
I think therapy does help, though. I think it is healthy for people to talk about their issues or even just talk about what's going on in life. I think that does have like a health standpoint to it. It can like relieve stress and a lot of relief of stress. People who have very isolated lives, if like people aren't meant to be by themselves, people are meant to be social creatures. We do need conversation. So it is especially helpful for people who maybe don't have family or friends. It would be especially helpful to them too.
Well, you're not telling me how it would be helpful.
I think therapy is helpful because it teaches you how to not continue your same patterns that you learned as a child or something stupid. It helps you grow up. It helps you mature. It helps you handle the next situation.
But you're telling, you're saying,
guidance.
I'll let you know what I'm looking for. You're telling me of what it would do, but you're not telling me how it would do that thing that you're saying it would do.
Conversation.
And how
it's
can a conversation...
somebody who has a degree and who's been trained in how all these different issues, whatever totally the person's in.
I just want to know how.
You find the root
New
problem.
perspective.
Okay.
Based off of their story, they tell you.
Uh-huh.
You help guide them, not to what you want them to do, but to their own solution to help their problem. So I'm taking psychology as well. It starts this week, actually. Yeah, I'm going to get my degree. My end goal is to start a youth program, but you have to allow people to tell their story so that, because sometimes people know what they've been through, but they don't know what caused it, or they can't like take themselves out of their shoes to figure out what's going on. So that's why you need someone else to dig deep for them. Now, you're not telling them what to do, but you're trying to get them to understand what it is that actually impacted them so that they can change it themselves.
So that they can break the cycle.
A lot of men, this is what, Mental Health Awareness Month for men. So it would be good because a lot of men don't know how to dig deep because they're not good with their feelings. So it's good to have someone they can talk to figure out, okay, you're
What do
very
you mean
angry.
by a man is not good with his feelings? What do you mean by
We're more
that?
emotional, so to say. So a lot of men don't cry. A lot of men hold their emotions back.
You think that that's a bad thing?
I think that there's a reason why. And that's why people go to therapy, because they're trying to figure out what caused you to want to bottle your emotions up. What taught you that way? What made you say, like, I have to be this way? That's what therapy is for, because some men will sit there and be like, okay, well, my mom said I was, weak for doing this. And it's like, okay, so now we have to unlearn those bad things you were taught.
But
So
were they
that's
weak for doing it?
I never said you were weak. What I said, your question is how do they get that? And that's how. You have to dig deep with them to understand what caused it, the root.
Okay.
And they have to figure out the best solution around it, but you have to guide that solution. They can't guide themselves. That's the point of a therapist, is so that you can guide them.
Okay, so you're saying that therapist helps guide people to
their
solutions.
Yes, they don't
And that's
tell
what you
them
think.
exactly what
They
to
don't
do.
tell them what to
They
do.
help point out the issue.
They'll point out the issue.
That person has to acknowledge and accept the issue.
The person has to acknowledge and accept the issue, like how I've been telling you that men lie to you because you can't handle the truth, and you just didn't want to accept it. Okay, let's keep going.
No, this is a sense of therapy. This is a sense of people take that.
Listen, let's keep going. Tell me more.
I accepted that, though.
But we don't know if you accepted that. I don't think you did. You were fighting. You were putting up a fight.
I just like to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
But
go. You can finish. Go ahead. Finish
But that's the main goal of what she's trying to do. So that's why it's important, and it does help people that can't guide themselves or figure out the reason why something is causing so much trauma in their life.
Okay. All right. I think I got what you're saying now. So, right. The reality is, ladies, therapy, it's a business, like most businesses. And what therapists do is exactly what you've explained. So good job, and good job to you. And once again, they don't tell you what to do. They'll say certain things to try to pinpoint or come to a point where, I think this is the cause to the problem. But they never tell you what to do. So they don't give you any solutions.
Mine does.
They give you coping mechanisms. I would disagree with that.
That's different.
But
a
you have to use
mechanism.
them. But I mean, anything can be a coping mechanism. I mean, let's just say you go something like depression. Boosting your dopamine by going to the gym would be a coping mechanism. Your therapist can't do that for you. You have to make the active choice to get up and go to the gym to boost your dopamine. But
okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Now,
it still provides you with that education.
Yeah. And what I'm essentially saying here, now, are there some therapists out there that actually give solutions to your problem? Yeah, I'm sure there's some good therapists out there that
are a scam.
do give some good solutions to your problem. But most of therapy is like any other business. They're in it for profit. Yeah. So they'll like, you'll be like a bunny on a wheel just running round and round. They'll keep you coming back. They'll give you a little bit of information. So then it's like, oh, I think I really like this. They're open to hearing me speak. I think I feel a little comfortable with speaking to them. I think I maybe understand my problem, but I want to go back and I want to hear more. Yeah. So they like dangle the fruit.
It's
right?
very hard to find a good therapist.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Now, are there some good therapists out there? Yeah, there's some good therapists out there that can really give you a solution to your problem, but the majority of therapists is like a business. They're just trying to keep you on a hamster wheel, coming back and back. But I wanted to have this conversation, which the reason why I asked those questions, because I was just curious. You said that you're going for psychology, like you want to be a therapist and stuff like that. And essentially, with this conversation that we had on the podcast today, I was giving statistics. We were giving facts. I was giving you the male's perspective, how men think generally. And a lot of women couldn't accept it. Now, you've been here before, so she knows how it is and stuff like that. And other women, I mean, all of y'all been fairly open. But then there have been certain conversations where it's like, I'm like literally giving truth. Like we brung up that calculator, but you still want to live and operate in possibilities.
I accept
that. Don't even make any sense.
It's just I also accept my truth of my reality.
That's the thing.
And the difference is you don't know my reality, so you have to also accept that. So I can accept your calculator the same way you should accept that you don't know my reality. So the same way I had to take myself out of a lot of the conversations, the calculator, I can accept what you were saying.
You know that the calculator.
And sometimes people are defensive up front, but
yeah, I know. And
later on, I'm going to internalize it. I'm going to think about it. Apply what's needed. You know the truth is the calculator. You said my truth. There's one truth. No, I switched it to my reality because you don't know my reality.
And look, you said my reality. I
keep arguing in my reality.
I know,
I
got you.
You don't know it, but So.
Yeah, what I'm saying is you said my reality. The true reality is that the calculator exposed your reality.
I got you, and that's what I'm saying. I understand that.
Yeah, so it's like, but anyways, good conversation, lady. Oh yeah, we were going around the panel. Did you have any other questions?
Nothing. That won't take super long now.
All right, fair enough. Would you come back?
Yeah.
Word. We'll definitely have you back. Good combo. And shouts out to Harry. Moving it right along to you. Any questions?
I have no questions.
No questions. Okay. Would you come back?
I'll come back.
You live type deep too. What, 4-hour drive?
Yeah, it was pretty far.
Pretty far. All right, fair enough. We'll have you back.
I had to debate. I had to go back for it. I had to get my little words.
Yeah, of course. You drove all this time. You better. You know what I mean?
I had to get my words out.
You better not hold back. I don't want you to hold back. We got to keep it no Fugazee. Who am I? I'm just a regular nigga. You know what I mean? You don't got to listen to me. But I'll definitely have you back on the show. And any questions?
No questions.
Okay. And how'd you like the show?
The show was good. I love hearing people's opinions, even if I don't necessarily agree. That's how you form an opinion. You form an opinion by hearing people speak. So
fair enough.
I appreciate it.
Would you come back?
Yeah.
All right.
The comments don't eat me up too bad, but yeah.
I think they're really about Harry and Cass.
Thank you, Harry.
Are you joking?
Okay. Joshua sends in $2. He says, I can't say nothing till I'm ready. All right, man, whatever.
Oh, my God.
We got Chris sends in $2. He says, ask them if they know what the 19th Amendment is. You know what the 19th Amendment is?
No.
Oh, my button not on.
No, what is it?
Isn't it the women's right to
vote?
Wait.
Do you know the 19th Amendment?
It's the women's right to vote. I know that.
No, you wasn't supposed to say nothing. You was
going
to go around.
That's why I was laughing. It is.
Who's going to go around?
The amendments don't mean very much to me. I already told you how I feel about my vote doesn't matter. But
man, listen.
What was his name?
Chat, this was Chris Thank you, Chris.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
So
And
yeah,
now I know.
did none of y'all knew what it meant at first?
I did.
Oh, we was going around.
told us.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Okay, it was you. That's crazy. All right, I'll have you back.
At least I was honest. I could have been like, yeah, obviously, I wrote the amendment.
I then would have asked you what it is.
Yeah, I would have been like, amendment number 2. Or whichever one is.
Any questions?
I played the fifth.
Okay. And how'd you like the show?
It was awesome. I like how we went around. And we're all giving our own opinions
Yeah.
and things to say.
Word. And would you come back?
Yes, I would.
I'll have you back.
It was awesome.
I'll have you back for sure. And last but not least, any questions?
I have no questions.
You got nothing for us?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. Wow. How'd you like the show?
I like it.
Was it better than last time?
It was a lot better than last time. A lot more fluid conversation
Yeah.
that made sense.
Fair enough. And I can't even remember the last time you came on, but
The videos just weren't videoing. Like the clips just weren't it.
yeah, the clips wasn't in. Fair enough. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that. All right. And would you come back for the third time?
If you'll have me.
We'll have you. All right. Ease, anything?
Oh man, this was fun. This was good. I enjoyed it. Y'all were amazing. Even though we got Christina a little riled up.
Oh my God. I got you riled up. Y'all saw him almost jumping out that seat. My boy almost threw that hat like they did in that video.
Yeah, it was all good though. I had a good time. Y'all were cool.
We both says thanks for being a guide to these ladies. God bless. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right, chat. This podcast is No Fugazee. Thank you, everyone that's been tuning in tonight on a late Friday night with us. The next live stream will be most likely this Monday. I do believe so. This Monday will be the next live stream. Tune in then. We'll be doing open debates. So if we got some haters in here that want to debate, tune in this Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing open debates. Other than that, this podcast is No Fugazee, like I said, and we are out. Peace. And y'all see the suit too, man. Listen, new studio. New podcast by the spirit, not by the letter. Bro, we can go verse for verse all day long. Doing new things. Men are okay with understanding the reality that we are in competition with one another. But you ladies think that you're special. You are in competition. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. I'm about my business. So remember I said, when I ask you these questions, I will dismantle your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my dog.
I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Belly.
Yeah.
You look 39. It's okay though. That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man. He wants to date a woman.